changed. I couldn't stop and say enough. It's all the same, but you won't take blame, even when you are blowing up. Oh my, you're my broken love. Nobody's gonna save and oh my, you're my broken love. So come on, let me show you how.
Everybody's got to believe in something. Everybody's got to believe in something. Everybody's got to believe in something. Break it down.
GSL 10주년이라 드디어 올 것이 왔군. 좋아, 이제 한번 제대로 시작해볼까? 2020 GSL 시즌 1 코드S 쇼다운. 자, 한판 붙어보자고.
Yeah, GSL입니다. I like that Korean Rainer. It's amazing. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for another day of GSL. It's good to finally be back. How are you doing, Artosis?
Fantastically. Thank you for asking. Casey, how are you doing today?
I'm super duper. What you got there?
Hot 6. You want one?
Yeah, can I have one of those? Thank you. I just saw you open up a package. I'm not used to seeing that right when the show starts. Kind of crazy.
Someone told me to get you a Hot 6 today, so there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. We've got a great group here today. I think, especially if you're watching the English language stream, you're probably most excited about Scarlett today.
Yes, of course. And, well, Rogue and Innovation are no slouches.
I know, but I'm super excited for Scarlett's games. It's going to be a tough group for her, but maybe she'll pull through. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously hard group. Rogue and Innovation, absolutely two of the top players in the world. Of course, we have Talkback, known as Kiwian.
It's going to be hard for me to...
More of a popular streamer nowadays.
That's right. But very cool to have him back. You know, it's not often we have somebody who's been so strong in the past. And then to come back and be dominant now. By the way, we have a little award here. We'll be giving Innovation.
All right, we're going to kick off the show with the Nasty Award ceremony. It is Innovation who receives the prize. He is the 17th recipient of the Nasty Award. All right, how do you feel, Innovation? Well, I never imagined it, and I'm really happy that I received it. It feels a little bit late, but I still got it. But I'll try to make it to my 20th consecutive appearances. Well, you mentioned that it feels a little late, but it's true because right behind Maru, you hold the record for the second most GSL seasons won. So do you not care about like statistics? Well, I feel like I made it to a lot of GSL seasons, so I'm pretty happy. And Innovation, you're famous for your 100% rate for around the 16 appearance. And last season, it was your first time getting eliminated from the round of 32. So I'm pretty sure fans have high hopes for you this season. What do you have to say? Well, this group seems pretty good for me. But I'm not going to try to let my guard down, and I'll try my best. And that was the 17th recipient, Innovation.
네, 지금까지 이신영 선수 만나봤고요. 지금부터 24강 비조 경기 시작하겠습니다. 자, 시작해볼까?
All right. Thank you, Andy. We're close to getting our game started here. Again, StarCraft 2, everything started up a little bit later in the year, but that just means now with everybody having to quarantine everywhere, we have a lot of StarCraft content we're going to be consuming throughout the rest of this year.
That is for sure. A lot of StarCraft going on. And of course, Codes just having started up, we had that big upset in Group A with Bunny getting out over SOS. Also,
SOS bringing one of the greatest StarCraft games ever.
Yeah,
in the 22-year history of all of StarCraft. I mean, the Nexus in the main, to then recall in the Adepts, to draw attention away, to then hide a pylon in the corner to warp into 2 DTs
to win the game.
It's like, okay, we're still unpacking this game. Really special stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, he does not move on, but
yeah. But he played strongly, though, and moved on, so great for him. And of course, Sue moved on in first place in that group, no problem. Now today, it looks like it should be Rogue and Innovation. Of course, Scarlett always has a shot. She is of a level to possibly get into that round of 16. And then we have Kiwian, or Top.
Yes.
Let me bring back everyone's memories about this guy a little bit, okay? Because this guy played.
Please bring back our
way
memories.
He was in OGS back then. OGS
That's such
Top.
a funny way to say that. Let me bring our memories back.
Yeah, when I say these things, people are going to remember, but you don't remember right now.
Yeah, all
Tell
right.
me something about Top, other than he was in OGS.
He had really strong pushes, and sometimes he overextended and ended up dying.
So you're just saying something bland about every
Actually, that's
Terran?
true. But I do remember a lot of these games, he had like a way winning advantage back when we cast him in the day.
Yeah. Courtesy of Kochanfe, the wonderful stats man, he sent me some awesome stats about him. But
yeah.
let's remember for a moment. Let me bring back your memories, so to say. He was in a GSL finals against MVP.
That's right.
Okay. He made a top 4 in the original Super Tournament in 2011. He also was a Code A champion back in the day.
That's right.
But he hasn't played a premier event since Home Story Cup 7 in 2015.
So it's been a long time. Did he do his compulsory military service? I actually don't.
I do not know.
I'm assuming that he did, but we don't actually know for sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but here's a really interesting one. He has, you can put groups into Ligulac, and it has, all the stats of all pro games ever, and it will give you percentages of people to move on, and it's always pretty accurate, because how you play and how you've done in the past is a good predictor of the future. Kiwian has the lowest percentage to advance that a Ligulac has ever given anyone in GSL.
Yeah.
By far.
And I'll tell you what, I think
It is at 0.39%. That's the
that's
odds
actually,
that he advances.
That's even lower than I thought it was going to be. That's
0.39%.
That numbers like that you hear only in science fiction movies when the AI is trying to tell the humans in the climax of the movie how unlikely their chances are of surviving whatever snafu they're in at that time.
Yeah.
There's only a 0.39% chance of survival.
Yeah. That's literally his situation according to a Ligulac. And he actually, in the Legacy of the Void era, this is kind of another interesting one. Only 4 players have gotten into Code S in Legacy of the Void with win rates lower than 50%. He's one of them. So this contributes to why it's such a low chance of him to advance. It is a long shot, Kiwian versus Rogue, but let's see.
Everdream will be where it will start out this best of 3. I mean, this is a true David versus Goliath match here. I mean, it'll be insane if we have a Terran victory between these two players, because Rogue, one of the greatest Zergs of all time here, from A to Z, he's basically got perfect play. Anyways, our game's actually loaded up. Let's go. Rogue versus Top. How do I say it? Kiwian? Kiwian? All right, doesn't roll off the tongue. Starts now. Let's go. Yes.
퍼포먼스로 앞서 LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가
Look at all
이번
the
전투를
cancels.
지원한다고.
They're spinning. What's going to happen? They're going to explode. Oh.
It's only one SCV.
Wait, is it going to go? Okay. Just out of Overlord sight range. Which just turns a little bit into the other direction. Now it's full first here for Zerg. And yeah, he only sent one SCV out.
Yeah.
So this is no double proxy racks, just a single proxy racks.
Yeah, that's so already I like what we're seeing, because when I saw the SCV going, I'm like, okay, this is Rogue is on Maru's team. You idiot! Why would you do this? But the fact that it's one barrack shows that he's doing something that has potential to throw Rogue off, right?
Right.
It's good planning, I would say.
This hasn't been as popular lately.
A single proxy barracks against Zerg? I don't even remember the last time we saw that. Last time we saw that is when drones came and killed Maru's SCVs.
Yeah, we don't see this as often, and this may throw Rogue off. The thing that's just hard to imagine is, what would a victory for Terran look like against Rogue? It's hard to ever imagine Rogue really losing any game. Ever, and this is such a mismatch, but let's see what happens. Now the bunker is thrown in between the blind spot. The Overlord does come down and spot it, though. Here come the 2 Lings, which will chase the SCV away. There is a Reaper that's going to be coming up here, but the bunker is forced to be canceled. And I'm not sure where the rush would go from here. You know, if you're going to get the bunker up, you have to do it pretty quickly. Basically before there's too much creep on the ground.
Well, you know what? Just utilize the Reapers, I guess, as best you can. They're there a little bit early. Already got 2 lings when we're used to just 4 lings being damaged.
Yeah.
So that's something at least. Second Reaper on the way. Of course, the factory going up. I'm excited to see how this continues.
Same. I'm really curious, though, like, what, I mean, because, you know, with the barracks already in the middle of the map, that really slows down all of your production, especially since this basically didn't do anything to the Zerg, right? This has slowed down the Zerg none.
Very little.
Yeah.
Very little.
Compared to just not being able to produce out of a barracks that has to go all the way across the map.
Got a creep tumor. It's not nothing.
Yeah. It's not nothing is one way to put it, yeah.
Yep. It's not nothing.
It's not even like the glass is half full. It's like the glass can contain liquid. It's not broken. Like, I don't know how to make that optimistic.
Glass is not broken.
I mean, hey, that proxy did stop a creep tumor that will be remade again later on. But
if you wanted to put water in it, it could, like,
yeah,
do that for you.
There's not a hole in the glass is the way I'd put it.
Yeah. There's no holes in
We
the
don't have
glass
to throw
at
the glass away.
all. Yeah, yeah.
It's not full or half, you know, half full or half empty, but, you know, it's like, it's a perfectly good glass, you know.
Yeah. That's how to look at it.
You could drink water or milk or soda, well, you know, anything out of it.
Hot 6.
Hot 6. You could get 3 different glasses to get 3 different flavors.
Or you could make hot 6 swamp water.
What is that?
Swamp water? It's when you get, you know, like the soda vending machines at a restaurant. You get a
I know
little
what
out
you're
of
talking
each,
about.
and it makes
I've
like
never
this-
heard it called swamp water. Yeah, where you mix all the different sodas together.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
my wife calls it. I never called it that, but I liked it. It's like, because think of the color it would become.
Yeah, it becomes some kind of
weird-
brown,
brownish.
gray thing.
Oh, so going to be going up into BCs immediately, it looks like. Cool. Quite a quick Baneling Nest coming out. I think that Rogue is playing a very defensive game here. That's probably an anti-Hellbat Baneling Nest, if I had to guess. Of course, the Viking going to be taking out the Overlord, but the Overlord scouting and actually sees Banshee tech, right? So it didn't end up seeing the Fusion Core. That was a nice fake out.
Yeah.
Dude, the glass has some water in it.
Yeah, the glass is not. It's still fine. It's still a glass. It's not broken. There's no chip on it. You know.
It's got some water in it, dude.
Yeah. It's clean water.
Some clean water.
Yeah. Doesn't have mud water in it.
No, no mud water as of yet. We're going to see, though. Okay, there is an armory on the way, so this is going to be Hellbat BC, which I think is, I mean, this is a really reasonable
Yeah, I really like how
idea. Like, I don't like Hellbat pushes in general because it's really obvious. Like, a lot of weaker Terrans will do that against stronger Zergs.
Sure.
And it's like a yes-no question that's almost always no.
Yeah, I like
You
the way you
know?
put that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to come out now. But,
Yeah,
you know,
hasn't
this
seen
is,
the armory at least.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty big deal here. It's much better for Terran if he hasn't seen the armory yet. Now he's going to come out here just to the edge. Really, for the Zerg right now, this is a game of simply stopping the next few attacks here and then teching past this here.
Well, there's 4 Banelings.
I don't know about that splitting, but he's coming up here now. Now, he's jumped the BC over here. However, it seems to me like there's so many queens that he can actually keep doing damage.
Yeah.
And basically take out all the Hellbats. No drones are going to die. And he can actually chase away the battle cruiser. So it feels like that completely and totally backfired.
There's a smudge of lipstick on the glass now, Tasteless.
Yeah.
You're going to have to send that back to the kitchen.
Yeah, this is like the glass came out, but you saw the waiter's thumb was in the drink, and it's like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you get me water when we eat together, I watch your hands to make sure that doesn't happen.
Do you really?
Yeah.
In case I just put my thumb in the water. It's
Yeah.
so gross.
You don't, though. You're very good about
Thank you,
it.
yeah. Thank you.
That's not stopping me from watching, though. I suspect one day you'll make a mistake.
Okay, he's going to come in again. And, yeah, I mean, this is really easy shutdown. Just snipes one of those Hellions. The Spire is about halfway done. But, I mean, so far, I don't think Terran is doing I mean, frankly, any damage at all.
Yeah, nothing.
He's not killing workers. The workers aren't even getting pulled. The Zerg just has enough and swats the attack away.
That's a bit annoying.
Yep.
Not many things that shoot up. Going to have to use the VC. Yamato's on the way, and a second VC popped. So this is mech. Multiple VCs. Normally what you'll see when Yamato comes out is 3 VCs. Generally, we don't see more than that nowadays. But we'll see about that. And actually, okay, this I'm finding really interesting and I'm very excited about. There's mutas being made. Mutas being made by Rogue here.
Yeah, well, there's actually almost no anti-air besides the VCs. But yeah, if he gets enough out, I mean, I don't even think there's that many turrets over here. If he could just get over here when the VCs are not there, the Queens can still defend. Maybe he could just start to wipe out a whole bunch of workers, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. And the funny thing is, when the BC builds first started popping up quite a bit, there was some pros were trying some Mutalisk builds. I remember Impact tried one. Actually, Scarlett tried one. And they all lost, but I felt like there was some potential with Mutalisk being a counterplay to the BCs. And most people disagreed with that, but let's see what Rogue's plans are here.
Okay, here we go. The Mutas are going to fly in, and you know, not adequate defense at all. A lot of SCVs are going to be picked up here. Now the battle cruisers are going to warp in, but the Mutas can just avoid them, right? He's going to come through and just damage even more workers over here. And yeah, I mean, battle cruisers on paper they can fight. They can fight Mutalisks, but Mutalisks are much, much, much quicker. Yeah. And so damage is far from over, I think, here.
Yeah, definitely 15 SCVs going down is quite a bit. No turrets up still. Very, very painful. Rogue's Harassment doing a great job here.
Yeah, Rogue's creep spread is also getting pretty insane. He's really beginning to fill up all the gaps here on the map. And behind this, you can just keep producing. And we actually have more and more Mutalisks being made. And I think that's partially because with inadequate anti-air defense like turrets inside the Terran's base, you'll never be able to leave with those battle cruisers. Those are no longer harassing units. Those are there to defend, which allows them to grow.
They're not supposed to be defensive units.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be, but that's what they are now. And you know, you can really see that I think things are just going to get worse and worse and worse here from the Terran side. Wow, well, that was a pretty insane hit.
Yeah, really nice mine hit there. Repairing on that turret immediately. Eventually, the turret will be taken down. A lot of SCVs going down as well. Hawaiian losing so much of his economy right now.
Yeah, and I mean, what, it's 38 workers to 87. To 87!
87, man. That is a lot.
Yeah, I
10 more mutas on the way, too.
I just find it hard to imagine a scenario where Terran comes back from this, you know?
It is tough. It is tough. You have to get really cost efficient coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, even with mech, how you're supposed to do that here.
Yeah. Another little lane counterattack coming in here. I guess, yeah, I guess he was hitting one of those battle cruisers they had to leave immediately. Did he kill one of them?
Yeah,
I see two now.
I guess one died,
yeah. There were 3 before. So I actually think that we're not going to see this game end with Terran failing with a push. I think Zerg's getting so far ahead that we're probably going to see Zerg come over and topple that 3rd base or maybe attack the natural.
It is possible. And right now, Rogue's on 6 base. Like,
Rogue has Banelings crashing into tanks.
Yeah. Look,
GG.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, you have to expect Rogue to dismantle Hawaiian, but I like the ideas, right? Like the 1 proxy barracks, try to pull the wool over his eyes or something, right? Like get the Hellbats.
I get what he was trying to do. It's too bad it didn't work better, but like, I don't know, man. Rogue's like one of the greatest Zergs that has ever touched the game. So
top 3 easily, argument for best or second best. I mean, he's there, man. Kiwian is a long way from what his prime was, but maybe there's a new prime coming.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is just the start. I mean, we'll see how he does in this group. It would be really cool if he got out. I don't imagine it's going to happen at all, but maybe he'll be back next season, you know?
It's possible.
We've seen people step away and be dominant when they were in a different era and then come back in a new meta and still deliver. So maybe this is just the beginning. Anyways, Game 2 will be on Nightshade. Good luck to our Terran player, because right now this Zerg is looking unstoppable.
전투 준비 완료. 진에어 그린윙즈, 로그, 이병렬. 키위안, 김정훈.
Looks like a pool first build here from Rogue.
We don't have any proxy this time around, which I think is probably going to be better. The last time, it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, it's like
2 lanes for
and a
proxy.
creep tumor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, the more stuff you proxy on the map, a really easy rule to follow. The more stuff that you've proxied in the map, more likely the more damage you need to do to make it worthwhile. You know, there's a few moments where you can just have stuff all over the map, and it's like, oh, it's fine, give or take, you know. Oh, you are gonna drink that too.
Yeah, for hot six, bro.
Yeah. You like? I actually never see you drink energy drinks in general. You must like.
No,
the taste.
I don't drink. I don't drink any energy drinks.
Yeah.
But Hot Six? Are you kidding me? Have you heard of this place called the Hot Six Africa TV Coliseum?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole damn studio. You ever heard of the Hot Six GSL?
I think I have.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
I'm a big fan of that show. Now, again, with the way that Rogue tends to play, I mean, he'll occasionally do these like crazy all-ins and stuff like that, but Rogue was really the player that showed on the Korean scene just how far out you could stretch Zerg play. Like supreme endgame.
Yeah.
Late
He was
game.
the first to really show superb endgame Zerg in the modern era. Some of the European Zergs at this point are really super good at it and have helped it evolve quite a bit, but I would say Rogue is kind of the OG of that, right?
Yeah.
The year that he won the World Championship, he was just a king of getting to that late game and just destroying everybody.
And, you know, this is a pretty tricky burden here for Terran. I mean, the way the matchup operates, and granted, there's always chances for either side to do some kind of weird all-in, but generally a Terran wins by pushing out and stopping the Zerg from getting too big. A Zerg wins the game by basically deflecting all the attacks, teching ahead, and then crushing in the late game. So a Terran player almost always has to figure out some way to come in and deny the Zerg growth, and there's tons of different pushes and styles to do that with. You know, we see ones where, you know, players like Innovation they're good enough at control and macro that they can just, almost like it's an arm wrestling match, they could just keep pushing and pushing and eventually smash the bases. And we've seen other plays where it's drops everywhere and the Zerg can't keep up. And you know, the problem for the Zerg is that they usually have more bases and more areas to cover. And so, you know, if you can get them to where they just can't quite keep up, they'll fizzle out. But Rogue is basically the best Zerg in Korea at stopping all of that.
Yeah.
And then getting to where he wants to be.
Pretty much.
And so in a mismatch like this, it's just really hard to imagine a situation where our Terran player does that to this Zerg player, you know?
Well, the Rogue is making sure of it too by getting Overlord speed each game. He's going to get in here and scout that this is actually a 2-on-1 that's on the way. You know, a build that goes up and down in popularity over time. Sees the amount of Marines, probably already knows what it is. The 2-on-1, of course, is 2 barracks, a factory, and a starport. You get the stim, you get a couple medevacs out, and you zoom across the map to do some damage.
It's also, by the way, there's a reason why we're probably not going to see any super aggressive plays here from the Zerg or anything cheesy.
Yeah.
Just because the skill.
There's a skill differential.
Yeah. I mean, I think anybody has experienced this where, okay, if you know you're better than somebody, you just play a pretty safe game and figure out what they're going to do and just stop it. You don't need to do any kind of rush.
Now, I want to point out, there's a siege tank on the way, but also 2 E-bays. It's been a while since this has been really on meta, this build. but I feel like I recall that if you were going to go siege tanks and additional medevacs to reinforce the push, that you only got 1 eBay, but he's getting 2. So I guess I'm not entirely sure. Maybe those are going to be more defensive siege tanks. I don't see more medevacs being made.
Drops 1 Marine there. But so far this push is going to continue. Rogue is really on top of just staying underneath these medevacs that they can never unload.
Yeah.
And you can see he's got it actually right-clicked on it. That's
so
why
he drops
there's that weird
Baneling
headbutting
out.
And, I mean, this was very well handled by Rogue. I mean, normally what you do is you roam around the map and you try to pick off creep tumors wherever you can and then eventually back off.
Well, not really a lot getting done, to be honest.
Whoa.
Oh. Tasteless.
Tasteless. He's going to pocket. Look, it's like Bunny's playing right now. He's going to put the 2 tanks inside the medevac.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get creep. I'm going to get creep. I'm pushing you.
I like how anyone who puts tanks in a medevac
Is Bunny.
Is Bunny.
Yeah.
I can see you're going to be at Bunny's wedding, like, giving a speech.
I'll be like,
the
yeah, I
best
remember
man
just casting
speech.
his games, and you know, he always put those 2 tanks in there, and everybody's laughing and nodding like he does do that.
Yeah.
Tasteless.
Like, I don't know why you're his best man if that's all you know about him.
Okay, so Top's actually getting a push on over here.
Yeah, Rogue is getting ready, though, for quite a flank. Baneling speed is almost done here. Oh, God. Oh, God, those Banelings are really pushing everything back.
Okay,
The
this
Queen's
just got
targeting
shut down. Okay, yeah, it was looking good at the start, but then when everything rolled in, this is getting crushed pretty badly. And again, another pickup here. I mean, at this point in time, the push has already failed. By the way, there's no third base set up yet here. There is a command center making, but Rogue's got creep everywhere.
Yeah, the creep spread is pretty nasty right now.
It's a nasty creep spread.
Nasty.
It's just nasty.
I like the word nasty. I want to see nasty creep spread, nasty storms.
Nasty storms of creep
I want to
spread.
see some nasty Widowmine hits coming up.
I think we need to say Wicked Widowmine hits.
Wicked, yeah.
Wicked's another one that's not used anymore. That's the name of my new energy drink, Wicked. Okay.
Right. 4th base and 5th base coming up.
5th base is coming. And, oh my God. Okay, we just got the tail end of this. Well, I don't think the 3rd base is ever going to really be a thing for our Terran player. He's now lost the majority of his army. I mean, you can actually keep pushing here with Lings.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It is 1-1 upgrades. The Lings are doing all right, getting through that hole in the wall, at least for the moment.
Yeah, he's just going to come in again. And I don't know. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Terran lost so much, not just in the push, but when he was trying to take his 3rd base, that you can just basically hold down the Z button for Zerglings and have a rally over here.
That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Getting around a lot of these Marines. There are quite a few medevacs to heal them.
GG. 3 Gs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a mismatch. Kiwian is obviously quite a high-level player, and I think that it's hard to watch anyone against Rogue who's not a top pro because Rogue is so strong.
Yeah, Rogue basically just looks invulnerable.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the ideas were there, but then this is one of these moments where you can really highlight the skill difference with 2 players here.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everything that Top was doing at the start, it looked good, but then when it came time to actually make it work, it completely smashed.
Yeah.
Completely crushed.
Well, that's Rogue for you, right? This guy has won 2 IEM Katowice, a world championship, an IEM, a super tournament, a GSL. Like, there's nothing he hasn't done at this point.
Yeah.
So you expect him to kind of crush pretty much everyone in the world all the time. And that includes, you know, when it's such a large group that it's everybody, it does include Kiwian.
Yes. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, our second best of 5 in today's GSL Code S.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터. 짤짤이 맛칠성 사이다 정답이 맛칠성 사이다 70년이 사이다 칠성 사이다 우리 입맛엔 칠성 사이다가 좋아요.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
당신 뭐 핫식스 더킹 아세요?
핫식스 뭐요?
핫식스 더킹.
이거 정말로 맛있는데
제가 오늘 핫식스 더킹 먹었기면 당신은 저한테 빨릴 거예요. 아세요?
이런 악마의 음료 이걸 빠시다니
그리고 핫식스 더킹 그 빨간 제품 있거든요. 열대 과일 맛이 나요. 열대 과일 맛.
자신 있으세요?
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터. 울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
마법의 음료 하식스를 마시게 되면은 엔돌핀이 확 돌면서 머리에 수분이 공급되고 그리고 뇌가 바로바로 한 모금만 마셔도 뭔가 알 거야. 100ml 더 늘어나고 마시게 되면 진짜 마법의 음료. 신제품 빨강색.
반칙 아닙니까? 그것은 전설의 음료 핫식스.
올 때 핫식스 많이 마시잖아. 진짜 괜찮지?
맛있다 이거.
파랑색, 빨강색만 여러분들 많이들 진짜 마셔주시고 진짜로 거짓말 안 치고 맛있습니다.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
너무 많이 마셨다.
청정제주 숙취비법과 탄산의 만남. 숙취엔 가스강.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
지금 코로나 바이러스 때문에 굉장히 어수선하잖아요.
첫 번째로는 마스크를 무조건 착용하는 게 좋다고 생각하고
확실히 안 나가니까 그런 게 예방이 되는 것 같아요.
공공장소를 되도록이면 피해 주시고
친구들이랑 같이 그 온라인 게임을 이제 같이 하면은 시간도 빨리 가고
전 집에서 롤 조심해야지 다음번에 좋게 만날 수 있기 때문에
괜찮아질 때까지 GSL이랑 서투 리그 계속 사랑해 주시기 바랍니다.
라운드 오브 24 로그 이병렬 키위안 김정우 스칼렛 사샤 호스틴 이노베이션 이신영 아프리카 TV 브레이크업 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 코드 S 쇼다운.
Over. I hear you, Rainer. We're gonna go into the second best of 3. I said best of 5. Sorry, that was from yesterday. ASL was
Do you
best
even
of 5.
know what tournament we're casting right now?
I have no idea.
Where are you? What day is it?
I haven't casted Age of Empires in a while. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Scarlett versus Innovation. This is gonna be so cool.
I tell you, this is exciting. I mean, obviously, these two are both macro. I was going to say macro beasts, but I say that too much. They're macro fiends.
They're macro machines.
Macro machines.
Yeah.
But Innovation seems to be in really top form lately, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely leaning towards him, but of course Scarlett has the potential to take down anybody.
Scarlett's really good.
And she brought
She's
her
a
bodyguard
natural.
today, too.
You're talking about no raggards?
No Rugrats.
No Rugrats? Yep.
Yeah. So that
I love that we all have our IDs and we have nicknames for the IDs. Like you're Artie and I'm Tassels and he's no Raggards.
Yeah.
No Rugrats. What's Scarlett? Is it Skrizzles or?
I would say Scar.
Scar.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess we decided to have dubstep today for GSL.
Yeah, may as well. It's a party here today, Tasteless.
That's right.
I feel like I'm at the club. Is this club music?
This is these are some filthy club beats.
Filthy.
If this plays in a club, you need to go to another club.
Why?
When's the last?
Why?
When is the last time, by the way, we have ever been in a club together? Because, like, ever. Is it some event we did overseas?
It would be some event, yeah, like an after party, like a
we're like,
Twitch
oh, no.
after party or something like that. Yeah.
Where it's just really loud music, and I'm like,
I literally can't.
I'm like, let's go to my hotel room with 3 other cool people and just hang out there.
And I try to come. You're like, no. I said 3
I
other
said
cool
3
people.
cool people, Artosis. Yeah. We're getting ready. Actually, we're ready.
I'm not ready.
Hold on. We're not ready. Wait. What about now?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, all right. Artosis is ready. Let's get this going. Scarlett versus Innovation. The winner faces off against Rogue. The loser against Top. Anyways, guys, let's do this. Scarlett versus Innovation, game 1 starts now.
전투 준비 완료. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다 LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가
Here they are.
이번 전투를 지원한다고.
This hot sixes are going to merge into some kind of super hot six. It's like when all the Power Rangers come together.
스칼렛, 사샤 호스틴.
But made out of hot 6 cans.
That's right.
The only thing that can defeat them is a thirsty Tasteless.
We've got to turn them into, what is it called, swamp water? Is that what you said? Yeah.
카이지 게이밍, 이노베이션, 이신영.
Now that I'm thinking about that, I feel like I need to go back and watch all the old Godzilla movies. That whole storyline.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what the Power Rangers was, right? They all kind of come together, and then there's like a fight sequence when the
It's like, I guess it's kind of related, but it's not actually Godzilla, right?
No, but the idea of like this giant thing walking over a city.
Yeah, it's like a form of shows in Japan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Giant things fighting.
It's like a
over big
subgenre.
city.
Yeah, yeah. When it's just really two adults in rubber costumes hitting each other over miniatures.
Oh my God.
Hey, by the way,
that would be the greatest job.
Have you seen these video clips of WWE going on with no audience?
No.
Yeah, because they can't
Is
have
that
public.
real?
It is weird to watch.
That would be so weird.
I mean, like, yeah, it's like an empty arena.
If that looks good, then their cameramen.
Oh,
need
we gotta look at it on break. It's like crazy because we don't have an audience here, and that already feels kind of weird. I'm used to like having.
What are you talking about? We haven't had an audience for StarCraft since 2011. Jesus.
I'm a Reddit gamer. That's what I am. But yeah, normally people are coming in and out. It fills up. Sometimes to maximum capacity down here. And it is kind of weird casting, to no live audience and not getting to meet any of you guys in person for the time being. But man, watching WWE,
yeah,
like it's the sounds. You don't realize how much the cheering and the noise kind of enhances the way it looks.
Tasus, I'm really disappointed that you're not telling me about this Reaper.
Yeah, well, this is the most important part of the game. Is it looks like it's going to get away again and not do anything. Talk about the game, Tasteless.
But yeah, I'm excited to see those clips, Tasteless. Thank you.
It's crazy. It just really goes to show you what the optics of having an audience, but also just the sounds they create. Because you're just hearing kind of the weird wrestling, and the fake punch, and then the boom as they bounce on the mat.
Dare call it fake?
Sorry, it's real. Those are the people that really don't get it when they're like, it's fake, right? It's like,
oh, I like that creep jump.
Yeah, that was cool. So, we were talking to No Rugrats before the matches here.
Yeah, let's not disclose the strategies though, just in case she ends up not using them.
Should we keep it a secret?
Yes.
Okay.
That's always important.
I'm trying to make up a fake strat and put it out there.
She's going to make a hatchery in the base to make a drone.
She's going to do the queen
to make a
rush.
Nidus.
Yeah. To warp in a DT. Okay, here comes the two Hellions and the Reaper. Scarlett doing a decent job just defending everything on her side of the map. And we're going to have Banshees with Cloak here.
All right, I mean, everything pretty standard so far.
Right.
Just a little back and forth. Trying to get some creep out right now. Overlord going in and checking. Yep, Cloak's on the way. Never know if it actually finishes until a Cloak Banshee hits you. Double Evolution Chamber coming right up.
Yeah.
Good timing on that, I feel.
Setting up to get some upgrades for the later part of the game here. And we're going to have a third CC coming shortly here. So this little push is intended to do some damage, but really Innovation is setting up to be in a much healthier macro game here. Here come those Hellions now down. Around the corner here, I think Scarlett should be able to hold this no problem.
Yeah, I don't see this actually getting in and doing damage. She's got her units placed very well at the moment. 1-1 starts for Scarlett, and we have the E-base starting up for Innovation now. Nice pick off on the Queen.
That was pretty sick, bouncing the Queen up like that to stall it out so you could do some more damage to it.
Solid kill.
Scarlett's doing a really good job, though, with the creep spread. I got to point this out.
Yeah.
Despite these attacks coming in here, the creep spread's basically panning out in all different directions.
Oh, is she a bit out of position here? No. Innovation not going to dive in.
Yeah.
Just poking the edges very, very well. And that's slowing the creep spread as well.
Yeah, I would say Innovation, one of the players who's the least likely to ever dive in. Like, he just wants to have...
dives sometimes.
But compared to other Terrans?
Yeah, no, there's some Terrans who...
They're just like, I don't know!
Yeah, they're just like, sometimes I get drones with this.
Okay, now the two Banshees have been pocketed in the upper right, and it looks like they're going to move out now. Now remember, two Banshees can one-shot a drone, so we got to see how ready Scarlett is, because if the Banshees get there and she's not in position, you just will lose several drones.
Yeah, that's quite true. Hydralisk Den on the way right now. So now we see what type of unit composition that Scarlett wants to go for. Look at this, the Banshee's bypassing everything, going to the natural.
Yeah, Scarlett with almost too many drones over here in this expansion.
Too many drones.
She's excuse me, Innovation coming down now and going to hit more drones in the main. And this is definitely doing enough damage that the Banshees and the Cloak have, for the most part, paid for themselves. I don't think they're done quite doing damage just yet. In fact, I think they might even be able to go over this hatchery that's making right here.
Yeah, he's done quite a nice job with them so far. But I think Scarlett is still fine here, right?
Yeah.
She's still got a good creep spread. Baneling's speed is on the way, and I can't see an attack hitting before that's done. So that's one of the hardest compositions to actually kill from Zerg, is when you're on Lingbane Hydra. That's like, you really, to actually end the game, takes quite some time as Terran. So it feels like this is going to be a nice long macro game. Both Banshees going down.
Okay, another push coming out here. By the way, Scarlett with actually really good creep spread, especially up here at the top, and just reaching out into the bottom left here. Innovation, by the way, taking the third in a more forward position because you can both defend that while you're pushing. A little bit more easy.
A little bit late on the armory there from Innovation, but he has 1-1, is starting to push. Baneling's a little bit late, actually, morphing on location, making it a little
really
bit more
nice
tough.
hit from behind here, taking out both the tanks in the back with those lings.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually, that tank is still alive here. Oh,
Yeah.
I think Innovation like barely doesn't have enough. But for a second there, it was like, is Scarlett going to get toppled here?
Well, it was a little bit scary because Scarlett didn't actually have Banelings ready at all and was actually morphing them right there. So no Banelings were actually used in that battle, despite the fact that Baneling's speed finished during it. So definitely a very good attack from Innovation there at first, and continues forward now.
Okay.
What a sharp attack.
Yeah, Scarlett having to back up here. It looked like she was going to hold this attack off, but now with Innovation fiercely attacking up here, I think Innovation may barely have enough. This is a really tough one to call right now. It looks like there's just barely enough Hydras here. The tank shot, every tank shot, softening up these groups of Hydras. Yeah, reinforcements about to come up here.
Oh my god.
She needs to get rid of this tank. She does get rid of the tank.
But there's another tank. There's more reinforcements coming up right now. Scarlett has lost a lot of units. I think Innovation is actually gaining a big advantage right now.
Well, the medevacs, though, have no more energy, or at least those two didn't. There's two more now that do have some energy. It's like so close here. Both sides have just barely enough units. Reinforcements continuing to come across the map. Like Scarlett's army thinning out now. It's just one queen that's going to get shot down by those Marines.
Oh my god. Just barely. Scarlett unable to hold. Taking a lot of damage. She's sitting on just 65 drones. Innovation's economy looking just perfect.
Hold up. Scarlett trying to push back now. It seems like there might just barely be enough with these Marines here. The tank's just positioned in the back. It's every tank volley that Scarlett's army begins to thin out a little bit more here. The medevac goes down, but two more inbound here with more energy.
She just barely can't get the critical mass to knock this out. Another tank goes down there, but Marines just consistently stimming across the map. This parade push from Innovation doing work.
I'll tell you something, man. I think Scarlett barely holds.
Yeah, it looks like she does, but I think that this was such a good push from Innovation.
Innovation isn't done yet, though. He's going to keep rallying out. He's getting the fourth command center. Scarlett, well, she's in a defensive position here.
Yeah.
She's got her fourth base up for a while. She might take the very bottom center, like at 6 o'clock, for her next base. But if Innovation doesn't break this hatchery, essentially the Zerg has survived whatever the Terran was trying to do.
Yeah.
It's all about this hatch over here.
Okay, yeah, I guess, but it feels like Innovation gained a big advantage during all this, right? Like, so many units were knocked out. She hasn't hit the drone count that she actually wants.
Scarlett fighting off of creep now. And Hydras are significantly worse when they're not on creep.
Ooh, pulling those back. Scarlett having such a hard time keeping this together right now.
This is such an Innovation game here. You know, just the way he's playing. He's so good at exactly this. There's a whole art form to Terran trying to push through a Zerg, taking out the creep tumors, holding your ground long enough with excellent micro to where the creep is completely dissipated, and then eventually pushing through and closing out with a win. Now,
she needs to wipe this out if she's going to have any chance to game, like really wipe it out.
This is actually the most important point in the game here because Terran has quite a heavy foothold here. The hatchery's very badly damaged.
Yeah.
Looks like still 2 tanks remaining, one very low on HP as Innovation comes in here for the dive, and GG, Innovation takes game 1.
That was such a good sharp push. He barely was breaking her the entire time. I wonder if her Baneling speed should have been a little bit quicker this game.
I think
she
you're
went into
probably right.
Hydra Tech before the Baneling
Well,
nest.
she also, I think, overextended a little bit off of the creep. There was this point where we saw Hydras attacking up a ramp on no creep.
Well, you want to clear it. If they get a foothold up there and siege more tanks,
But they already
it's
had a
so
foothold
tough.
up there was the problem.
Yeah.
We also had many moments where, you know, the fight was really close, but there was always 1 or 2 tanks in the background, and with every tank shot, it just incremented even further into a Terran-favored fight. Well, it's onto the map that's name I can't say. Simulacrum?
Simulacrum?
Simulacrum.
We were calling it Simulacrum and got told.
We got told. Someone on Twitter was like, "You guys."
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum. Is it a word? Does that mean something? I feel very.
Well, it's
simulacrum. How is that?
Percalums backwards.
Is what it is. True. Well, let's try to simulacrum and go into game number 2.
Scarlett, Sasha Hostin.
Scar.
카이지 게이밍, 이노베이션, 이신영.
Well.
All right. Wouldn't be a TVZ series in GSL without this.
Yeah.
Something win rate, something never lose, something.
So we're going to have some heavy pressure here coming from Innovation. By the way, I really enjoyed that last game because of how close it was.
Yeah.
It was the opposite of the first best of 3 we had, where Rogue was just... It was like watching... The series before this was like watching a naked person run around a tiger cage. You know, with like there's a tiger in there, and it's like, well, if you get close to it at all, you're dead.
Well, I mean, are you like good with tigers though? Are you like Tiger King or like, you know,
Tiger King? You haven't seen that yet, right?
Only the first episode so far.
Oh, then you haven't even seen anything yet. You got to get like about 3 episodes in, and you're like, this is the craziest thing that's ever come on TV. Hold up. We can talk about Tiger King in a second. But first, we have a bunker rush here. Scarlett's with a lot of drones being pulled here. Forces the bunker to cancel. The drones outpacing the Marines are going to be able to, I think, to pin them up against this wall here. Innovation's control, though, is basically the best in the business with stuff like this.
6 drones falling already, but there is a spine that's going to be finishing up here. Queen is going to be popping out very shortly as well. And that should be enough to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, especially
6
with
drones
the
is pretty legit, right?
Yeah, and factory on the way. Yeah, it definitely got some kills there.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will look at this and say, oh, you know, Terran failed. It's like, well, I mean, how many workers did Zerg actually lose here? So, as is par for the course in the meta, and I don't see this trend going away ever, if you have 2 barracks, you always scout, you know, when the rush is done, you scout with one of them, and then the other one you send back home.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure Zerg isn't doing anything too dramatic where you'd have to respond immediately. And the barracks ensures that if that is going to be the case, you see it and you can stop it. And if not, at least you know and you go into a more normal tempo game.
Yeah. I'm just going to float over. Of course, there's not going to be anything weird going on because you know the barracks is coming anyways. So, should pretty much normalize.
So,
from here.
Tiger King, man. Are you going to finish it? You need to finish it. There's so many jokes we can make, but you have to finish the series.
Yeah.
It's actually, this is for work orthosis. Guys, occasionally we have these conversations where we say you have to watch this thing because it could be brought up in the cast and it would be funny.
Yeah, but you still haven't watched the Avengers movie that I told you to watch. Like
Which one was I supposed to watch?
The main one with Thanos in it.
The last one?
Not the very last one, the second to last one. The very last one is the most steaming pile of garbage.
Oh, really? If you send it to me a text, I'll watch it. I'll throw it on the TV. I'll throw it on the old boob tube, Artosis.
The boob tube. That's what my dad calls TV.
That's the oldest term for TV is the boob tube.
Yeah. That's fine.
Well,
all right.
Turn it on the boob tube, watch some E-games, you know.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Just your average day in quarantine. Okay.
So BC's coming up here for innovation. Of course, expanding as well.
Part of our whole theme today here. And I actually imagine we might have a similar situation here where it's going to be can Scarlett actually hang on and endure. In this case, it's going to be the BC attacks. The last game was just a straight-up push. Innovation doing a very ordinary approach to the matchup. By the way, Scarlett is unique as a player because she seems to be one of the players that doesn't have to play all the time, and she's still really, really good. Like, she'll take sometimes weeks off and then come back and be like in top shape.
Yeah.
She seems to know basically how to think about the game.
Yeah. I think she's one of the smarter players for sure.
Yeah, yeah. She just sort of gets how the game operates.
Yeah.
And so it looks like the barracks is finally going to be taken out here.
Finally a victory for Scarlett.
Yes.
Taking down that scouting barracks. All right, so it looks like Innovation saw Kiwian's build and was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to one-up it.
Yeah.
I'm going to proxy a second barracks and do everything else exactly the same.
Well, I'll tell you something, man. That one Brax proxy did not make any sense to me at all.
I like that it was different.
Yeah.
Because if it's just like two barracks
I thought, like,
Marines,
okay, so what does he do now? And he makes the Reaper and it runs away, and I'm like, oh, this is just terrible. Okay. By the way, again, Scarlett with excellent creep spread here.
Yeah, that's looking really good. That BC getting ready to jump in, though.
Here we go. BC's out. And, you know, this has been pretty common over the last year and a half.
Only 15 Lings out. Ooh, this might be bad.
Yeah, well, already so much damage is going to be done here. Now, the Battlecruiser, as long as you don't lose it to the Queens, you're always going to get value out of it. Like, you're going to kill something. Now, but all the Queens have been pulled away. And by the way, Innovation going to dive on top of the Spinecrawler, immediately takes it out. Here come the Banelings, not doing enough. Still plenty of Hellions over here in the front.
A lot of Banelings actually do end up hitting there, though, so it looks like that will be pushed back. At the end of the day, how much damage really was that?
I thought it was going to do more from the Terran, but I think Scarlett's actually basically fine.
Seems that way. Gets a couple creep tumors there. This Hellbat's going to get revenge for their friends on that Queen.
Yeah. And the third base is going to be taken here. So this is also a very... It's pretty commonplace now in the meta, but it was pretty cool when it first came out, just the idea of using the battlecruisers to warp it and really pressure the Zerg.
Yeah. Take up to the latest tech unit right away to harass with.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing we want to keep in mind for this group in general, is there's the possibility, for instance, we end up with only TVZs. So you need to, whether you're the Zerg or the Terran, to have like every possible style down.
Sure.
Because you can't start to do repeat builds too often, as everybody's sitting here watching each other.
Yeah. Kind of cool, by the way. Even though it was a BC opener into mech, Scarlett is going into Spire. We'll see if that is for Corruptors or if that is for Mutas. I think it's going to be for Mutas here. Because if you go Corruptors, normally to be like a Roach Ravager Corruptor, and we don't see that tech.
Well, that got shut down so hard.
Yeah.
That only killed 3 drones. By the way, Scarlett's Spire is not that far away. Pre-spread looking very good. It doesn't seem like this is going to be a game that Innovation's going to have an easy time pushing at all. Scarlett has really crushed everything that Innovation's thrown at her thus far.
And the creep spread is so far out there at the moment. All right, it is actually going to be Corruptors. Scarlett has been vocal that she doesn't like Mutas against BCs into mech.
Why is that? Do you know?
It just doesn't think it's good that the Mutas don't really get any value done. They're easy to block as Terran. Of course, we saw, you know, she's used it before and just didn't really like it.
Okay, here come the Yamatos. One-shotting the Queens.
Gonna hightail it out of there, though. Corruptors coming out soon. Those shouldn't do too much more damage here.
There's a CC now. 4th base. We want to watch and see if Innovation can keep that and, like, control the game still. Because I don't see Scarlett counterattacking into the 3rd here for a while. It's going to be much more about the Zerg defending the pushes. And, you know, if you can actually get a kill on the BC, it's huge, but... You know, it's not. It's one of the easier things to do in the game is to micro BCs away so that you don't lose them. You know, and then every time you go back, as we've seen in many games in the past, you have all your SCVs repaired and you send it right back out there.
Yeah, it looks like Innovation going to be completely fine here. Really getting his stride going with the macro. Infestation Pit coming up. This is, I'm kind of interested in looking at this production tab for Scarlett, right? Because it's like all these different attack upgrades, which makes sense, obviously. Armor isn't that good against mech, generally speaking, because it does so much damage that these little +1 armor things, you know, you want that against lower damage output. But going into this Infestation Pit, like, is it possible we're going to end up seeing Swarm Host play here? Some people really like that against mech. A single Infestor goes down. Probably just for the fungal against BCs.
Sure, makes sense. If you can catch and kill those BCs, which is pretty hard to ever do, but if you can just get rid of them, it's a lot less value Terran's going to get. Absolutely. By the way, we've seen fluctuations for how many BCs people get in and out. Yeah, it's been games where it's 1, it's been games where we've seen 3, and then occasionally we've had not as common, but games where people just keep making them.
Yeah, generally now, like, it's been a while since I've seen anyone make more than 3 BCs. I feel like it's either 1 or 3 with Yamato.
What is the rationale for 3 and not 4 or 2? Is it like you need to invest your money into something else to have a better push, or?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like the sweet spot, right? You get 3 Yamatos off and like run away. I don't think it's anything necessarily about critical mass. It's just like it works out and the build's better.
Okay, well, 1 BC is going to go down, which is pretty big.
Yeah.
Putting that number down to 2. And we're going to have a Nidus network here.
Okay.
So, Scarlett, now, where can she get vision here? I don't see...
Well, she has this cool unit called the Overlord, so anywhere.
The Waterlord?
The Overlord.
But where does she want to try to come in? Is this going to be one in the main? Is it going to possibly be set up, you know, adjacent to one of the exterior bases here?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Like, I think you just want to throw it up all over the place. And just pop out your locust to hit the edges. All right, a little battle mech composition running around right now, clearing a little bit of creep. Of course, the Infestors can help against that amazingly.
Right, but good range play there from Innovation, just staying far back enough.
All right, there is the first Nidus going down. Innovation trying to keep some pressure on. Ooh, very nice run by of a couple Hellions here. Look at that, 10 drones, 13 drones.
Okay, slowly pushing him away. Now here comes the Swarm Host coming out right now. We're not going to get a shot of that for the time being.
Oh no, actually.
Wait, what is happening here?
Yeah, there was 1 Marine there, so when she launched, she hadn't told them where to go, so they just jumped onto that Marine.
Oh, I see.
So really not that much damage.
You need to have all your locusts coming out at the same time or it doesn't work. By the way, these battlecruisers are so low, it's killing me.
Yeah, it's killing Scarlett as well.
The Corruptors are going to come down. Can the battlecruisers jump out?
Look at this. Catching the Corruptors, are you kidding me?
Man, oh, that's so much damage. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was crazy. That was
way more than I even thought that Innovation was going to get. That's insane.
Seriously.
And things are beginning to fall apart here for Scarlett, I think. I mean,
Innovation is playing a beautiful
Innovation is bringing, you know, next level Terran here.
Yeah.
And Scarlett is just getting smashed over and over, and Terran has basically outgrown the Zerg, which is one of the worst things you can see from a Zerg perspective in a ZVT.
Yeah, look at this, all over the place with this battle mech composition. Going after hatcheries at this point, just picking off absolutely everything. The Swarm Hosts really haven't gotten much value, but Scarlett's still in it, okay? Like, even though we see a lot of things going Innovation's way, it's not over, right? Like, we have pathogen glands finishing up. We have Hive Tech. We have more Infestors being made. She still has 85 drones. So even though it's not perfect, sometimes you're going to get into a reasonable composition where you can start shutting some of this down, gaining some value back.
Yeah. Now, that being said, we're going to have to see some major wins here from Scarlett.
Yeah.
If she's going to get back into this game, because right now Innovation is taking such an incredible lead. The fact that Innovation has poked out bases both in the upper right and the bottom left, and the Niduses are not really doing anything. You know, one thing about the Nidus play, I like the idea, but it doesn't seem like there's anywhere to actually successfully hide a Nidus. You're almost just trying to set it up there and hope that things are going so quickly that Terran can't catch it in time, you know?
Yeah, kind of. By the way, look at this SCV count, 91. It's rare you see this many SCVs.
Yeah,
That is a pretty intense economy.
This is like the highest number of SCVs you could really ever want. And eventually, you're going to need to get rid of some of these SCVs here.
Absolutely.
You need to actually get a bigger supply in Army. Uh-oh, it looks like for a moment there, Innovation not watching. Scarlett able to do damage in multiple different locations.
Yeah, picks off all those locusts, so no real damage done yet. You know, I don't think Innovation really cares, especially when he's sitting on 92 SCVs, about losing a few Hellions and Cyclones. But Scarlett's composition's getting better, like, right? You look at that, you throw down a Fungal, let some Banes roll in, throw down a couple Corrosive Biles, suddenly you're clearing out some of these squads. So I could see Innovation starting to change his unit comp. We did see a couple more starports going up as well. So I think he is starting to think about what he wants to do later in the game. 95 SCVs now. God, he just keeps going.
So, you know, this base in the bottom left is going to be very hard for Innovation to hold. But for now, it's going to be at the start to try to stop some of these pushes. Now, with this many SCVs out, it does mean that Terran does not quite have as big of an army. But can we see Scarlett begin to fight back? A lot of times when Zergs win in these super late games, it's because the Terran has used up all the expansions that are in, generally speaking, the quadrant of the map the Terran starts in.
Yeah.
Anything outside of that quadrant area, if you were to split the map up into 4 parts, it's really hard for Terran to hold it for too long. That's where the Zerg can usually lash out and poke out some of those bases here.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean, the same thing oftentimes happens to the Zerg, right? The Zerg is on these edge bases that are more pushable for Terran. So specifically if we have situations where it's diagonal spawns, then it's both sides trying to fight or defend the upper right and the lower left in the case of this map.
Oh, look at this. Innovation absolutely everywhere right now. Picking off this hatchery. Scarlett used pretty much everything she had down here and barely hasn't cleared this army yet. Looks like some more Biles going to hit the BCs. One BC still left over with 28 kills. Oh my God.
Corrupted versus BC. Who's going to win?
The BC. Oh, the BC died.
Did it?
I think it got hit by a Bile. All right. Mass Liberators coming out right now.
Whoa. Huge amount of control over this area right here. That's it. Innovation takes it. Bigger, faster, stronger. There was just not much that Scarlett could do back there. She looked good, but Innovation looked better.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Not as big a mismatch as the first series of the night. And, you know, the thing is, he just barely broke her in the first game, and then the second one, yeah, I feel like he just had the edge in every situation.
Yeah, it was like all of her stats were 9s and his stats were 11s. You know, there wasn't one moment that I can point to where I think Scarlett made a big mistake. I think really it was just, you know, wow, Innovation's actually that good right now.
Yeah, he's in great shape and goes on to fight Rogue, so that is quite a match we get next.
I'm excited. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, winner's match is next, and then I don't know. I think Scarlett can take top. We'll have to see, though.
Yes.
We are going to have a short break. When we come back, our third best of 3. Don't go away.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
짤찬이 마칠송 사이다 정답이 마칠송 사이다 70년의 사이다 칠성 사이다 우리 입맛엔 칠성 사이다가 좋아요.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
당신 뭐 핫식스 더킹 아세요?
핫식스 뭐요?
핫식스 더킹.
이거 정말로 맛있는데
제가 오늘 핫식스 더킹 먹을게면 당신은 저한테 빨릴 거예요. 아세요?
이런 악마의 음료 이걸 빠시다니.
그리고 핫식스 더킹 그 빨간 제품 있거든요. 열대 과일 맛이 나요. 열대 과일 맛.
자신 있으세요?
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
계속 끊어야죠.
자, 뒤에서 전찬 한기 잘라줬습니다.
자, 반감하게
전찬 그리고 수정자 4개 이상 잡힙니다. 자, 분열자 한기, 분열기가
먼저 맞죠. 붙기 전에.
자, 그리고 광전사는
그리고 분열기
분열기.
깡통됐어요. 생긴 것도 깡통 잡히겠는데 지금 저거 폭파했어. 맞자 조성우주는 상계로 피합니다.
여기서 분열기 나왔지만 분열기는 사라집니다. 이미 자리 잡고 있는 조성주 대규모 병력들입니다.
이준호 선수가 기다렸던 그 플레이를 절단해줍니다. 아니 이 선수를 누가 막나요? GSL에서
두 번째 세트까지 결점 없이 막아냈었던 조성주입니다.
이거 알고 있어서 조성주도 대처를
해방선
진짜 깔끔하게 하긴 했거든요. 근데 전차가 없으면 근데 이게 대군주를 끊으면 이제 이 다음 타임 막기 좋은 것 같거든요. 그리고 대군주 잡히면 딱볼 못해요. 이거 잡히면 못해요.
못 들었어요.
1초 당했어요.
여기 전차라더니 무너뜨리면서 버텨야 되거든요.
네, 진짜 없는 병력으로 쥐어짜서 잘 싸우긴 하지만 여기서 이거 김준혁의 꿈은
실제! 정말 힘든 A조의 대결에서 마지막 3세트 경기 따내면서 극적으로 8강에 올라옵니다.
근데 앞마당 페달 빨리 왔어요. 당일 배속 들어야죠. 자, 맞죠? 하나 더. 최소한 폭탄 지뢰 받아라. 폭탄 지뢰 받아라. 시야가 없어요. 불사조 믿고 시야 받고 안 했거든요. 프로토스 전면은 눌렀나요? 전면도 안 됐어요. 이게
걷어내는 쉽지 않나요?
불사조 시작한 프로토스가 전면을 먼저 넣는 경우가 없잖아요. 그렇죠. 그러면서 집중 못하게 일부러 그리고 이건 본진 쪽 병력을 이미 이득 거뒀고요. 추가로 달려갔던 병력이 팔가스만 깨도 이건 조성주가 잡습니다. 본진 장악 입구 쪽에 해방선 수호기 못하면 프로토스 병력 못 올라옵니다.
그렇죠. 위치 잡아버리고 이 생성을 이용해서
게다가 건물 역장 이거 테란이 지은 건물이 아니에요.
네. 이거 병력 오지도 못해요.
거신보다 사거리가 긴 해방선이 자리를 잡아놨기 때문에 사거리 싸움도 손해를 볼 수밖에 없는 백동준이죠. 불사조를 생산했을 때 지뢰를 찍는다. 언제나 삼성으로 밀리는 듯한 느낌인데 조성주는 그게 아니다라는 걸 언제나 또 경기로 증명을 해내면서
거짓 위치 잡죠. 야, 세게 맞고 4강 갑니다. 4강 가요.
작년 안에 GSL 조성주
대란전 20연승 달리고 있던 백동준 선수를 잡아냈습니다. 이 조성주만의 특유의 타이밍으로 4강 근처 조성주 들어갔는데 여기서
봤어야 했어요.
반응 속도 자, 들어가 좀 뺐습니다. 하나하나.
아래에서는 못 봤는데 위에서 봤어요. 있고 9시랑 11시에
다시 한번 달렸는데 입구까지
있다라는 건데 이거
싸움 걸어요.
안될것 같은데요.
들어가다 병력 녹아요.
불곰이 너무 많아요. 불곰보다 많은 광전사가 있어야 저 허리 돌리기 충격탄을 이겨내면서 달라붙겠지만 저 정도 쓰면 광전사가 하나하나 다 긁을 겁니다.
지뢰까지
위에 지뢰가 있어서 머리 위에 지뢰
내리죠.
그나마
자, 세 방입니다. 세 방.
근데 트리플 정주에 광전사 들어간 게 조성주의
들어갑니다.
너무 많아요.
갑니까?
너무 많아요.
자, 위로 올라가서 이병력 첨단 잡아내면 결승 진출할 수 있어요.
근데 너무 완벽하게 결승을 가니까 감흥이 없지 않을까 싶을 정도로 근데 너무 완수 기록이 조성주 선수를 말해주고 있습니다.
그렇죠.
네.
대란으로 4연속 결승 진출 4연속 우승에 도전장을 내미는 조성주.
It's a dangerous game.
강력한 우승 후보 마루 조성주.
활약이 어느 정도 되기 때문에 근데
점사로 폭풍하세요. 원샷 원끝 끊어내면서 세기 박나요.
폭풍만 막으려면 사이클론 말고 없었어요. 근데 그 팀을 무기력하게 만들고 있는 겁니다.
시나메리가 들어가면서 여기 하나 두드리고 있습니다.
연도만이 할 수 있는 그 종족기를 그제 꺼내 든 거죠.
그렇죠. 종족기 꺼내서 해난 무너뜨리고 있습니다.
지금 폭풍왕도 못 막을 것 같은데 관문 연습은 어떻게 막습니까?
점사로 반값 터졌어요. 프로토스 그 자체 숨겨놨던 빌드 종족기 꺼내들면서 조성주 선수를 무너뜨렸어요.
김도우도 반응해서 완벽하게 막아야 되는데
빼내
뭐가 들어가도 아니 밤까마귀가 없어도 화려한
미사일 맞았어요.
이건 이제 방어력이 이게 없는 건 정도가 아니죠.
자, 그러니까 전설이랍니까 조성조. 사연주 우승이란 대기록.
이건 조성주의 컨트롤이라면 이미 전설이 됐습니다.
그렇죠.
아 이거 김동 선수 가뜩이나 고효율의 전투를 보여야 되지만 시야가 없어요.
이전에 병력 차이가 많이 나요.
이 맵에 테란 병력이 끊임없이 옵니다. 끊임없이.
그렇죠.
끝나지 않을 정도로 막힐 수 없을 정도로
사연주 우승을
병력이 계속 와요.
왜 미랄 터집니다.
전설이다.
10년 역사의 최초의 기록.
전설입니다.
전설 GSL 스타트의 전설.
그 간절한 김동우도 완벽한 준비한 김동우.
그렇죠.
조성주한테는 안 됩니다.
스타트 역대 전설로 자리매김하는 조성주 선수는 4연속 우승이란 대기록을 세웁니다.
GSL 그 자체 그리고 그 GSL 그 역사의 한 축을 완전히 자신의 이름으로 뒤덮었고요. 이제는 전설입니다. 그냥 이제 GSL 스타트 e스포츠 그 역사의 그 전설 그 자체가 되면서 말도 안 되는 단일 리그 단 하나의 리그에 4연속 우승이라는 대업을 이루게 된 거죠.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
마법의 음료 하식스를 마시게 되면은 엔돌핀이 확 돌면서 머리에 수분이 공급되고 그리고 뇌가 바로바로 한 모금만 마셔도 뭔가 알 거야. 100ml 더 늘어나고 마시게 되면 진짜 마법의 음료. 신제품 빨강색.
반칙 아닙니까? 그것은 전설의 음료 하식스.
올 때 하식스 많이 마시자. 진짜 괜찮지?
맛있다 이거.
파랑색, 빨강색 맛 여러분들 많이들 진짜 마셔주시고 진짜로 거짓말 안 치고 맛있습니다.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
너무 많이 마셨다.
청정제주 숙취 비법과 탄산의 만남. 숙취엔 가스강.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
라운드 오브 24 로그 이병렬 키위안 김정훈 스칼렛 사샤 호스틴 이노베이션 이신영. 아프리카 TV 리거 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 코드 S 쇼다운.
What's up, everybody? We're back. It's time for the winners match of Group B, Rogue versus Innovation. This will probably be the most epic match of the night. And I'll tell you something. Before we started casting today, I would have said Rogue is going to take this, but Innovation looks really strong.
Yeah, he does look really fantastic right now. I'm not sure which way that this one is going to go.
It's a very tough one to call, you know?
Yeah. They're just, you know, you have to consider both top two of their race, basically. So,
yeah.
Should we know who wins based on that? No, we probably shouldn't.
And Scarlett, by the way, in good form, in very good shape today, just not quite able to keep up with Innovation. Innovation just had, you know, a couple percentage points superior play.
Yeah.
And that's what a close TVZ looks like where the Terran eventually crushes through. Scarlett plays 10% better than Innovation, and she barely holds everything off and takes out one of the weaker bases and wins there. We're going to start this off on the map Zen. Rogue versus Innovation. I think Rogue takes it 2-1, but if Innovation wins this, I'm not going to be too surprised. I won't be too shocked. By the way, Innovation continuing to improve, continuing to build on the foundation he already had for so long.
Of course.
Game one's ready. Let's go.
전투 준비 완료. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다. LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가 이번 전투를 지원한다고.
So, Innovation with the proxies. Double proxy
What
barracks.
I'm talking about. No single proxies here. That's a nubbin play.
Is this going to get scouted, do you think? Look at that Overlord.
Well, the Overlord, yeah, wait.
Oh,
you know, this happens so often where it's like they have the idea of scouting there, but they don't actually have the vision covered everywhere.
It's a heartbreaker.
Let's also see if he turns it. Sometimes we see these waypoints set up, and then they just, you know, they're spamming out APM. They'll grab them and move them somewhere else. Okay, you know, I actually, wow.
Well, that sucks. That's good for innovation.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
It's like, I'm so glad I'm not being proxied there. I'll send my Overlord somewhere else. I'm so glad he didn't see my proxy. How am I doing?
Really good.
How am I doing, my cast? Pretty good?
Yeah. Just keep doing that the whole time.
No problem. No problem. We got to get him back on camera, though, so I can...
That could be a good cast. Each of us taking one of the players and just speaking as them.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to bring my Marines up here.
Oh. An SCV can make a bunker, and Marines can go inside of it.
Oh, no, a bunker!
A bunker! I got to stop that before Marines get inside of it.
I got to pull my drones down. Here they go!
Drones, they're usually used for mining, but this time we got to defend with them.
You can't let them get that bunker up.
Drones, well, he can't be mining with those, but at the same time, if I kill them, that's less mining later on. Yeah. All right, this angle is actually kind of hard to get the drones around. He's going to try to hit the SCV. Some of this is RNG related to where the SCV decides to go. Oh my God. Now he needs to make sure that Marines can't get inside the bunker. He's backing up. Innovation with great micro, targeting down the weaker drones, going to the corner. 2 drones killed, now 3.
So much damage done to these drones so far, but are they going to be able to break through here?
Oh my God. He takes out the Lings. There's more Lings attacking the bunker. There is a Spine Crawler on the way. 5 drones have been killed so far. He's going to shimmy the Spine Crawler up and over here to the front.
Oh, good micro there by Innovation. Rogue does pick off one of the hurt Marines. Another one gonna fall as well. The Spine gonna go down, and this is held.
Yeah, great hold there by Rogue. Considering that he scouted for that and just barely missed it, and he still held it, I'm impressed.
Well, again, Rogue should be basically the best Zerg in the world at holding this because he's teammates with Maru, who's the best at doing it.
Yeah.
So you would think that would stand a reason, right?
Yeah, it's funny you point that out. Yeah, I mean, because Maru does this so much, Rogue has to be like the very best in the entire world at holding it. But I think there's no reason for Innovation to not try this opening here.
Yeah, it's good to mix in. All right, Command Center coming up. Is this going to be BC again, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I would like to see that and see how Rogue wants to play because I was talking to Noah Grant when he came up here in between the games, and I was asking him what he thought about. Yeah, Rugrats was about the mutas versus no mutas, right? Because we saw the 2 different PC games. He was saying he thinks that you can go mutas against Hawaiian, but not against Innovation.
Yeah.
So I want to see what Rogue thinks about that if it's BC. Oh, it's a medevac. That's no fun. Boo! Boo!
You're ruining the game, Innovation.
Oh, I really wanted to know.
Maybe we'll have it in another game.
Yeah, maybe.
Again, I mean, in a day where it's possibly going to be 5 best-of-3 TVZs, you have to imagine that all the players are going to come with a big variety of strats. We're going to see every possible TVZ build order that you could imagine, right?
Probably.
Because anybody who's doing the same thing too much is going to get sorted out.
I like that, sorted.
Sorted.
Going to get sorted.
Sorted. You know, it's like British casters, they have a whole other set of different ways they talk.
Yeah. They have all these words that aren't supposed to be used like that.
Done and dusted.
Yeah.
Oh! It's going to come in now. Ooh. And actually roasting a lot of these drones. 6.
That's a lot of
kills.
damage. Oh my God.
Innovation. Good follow-up here. Rogue not quite ready. He gets out with every single Hellion. Brilliant play. It was a banger of a match, Autosis.
Wow. Finally. This is what I've really wanted.
Yeah.
I miss casting with Apollo, so. I've been meaning to ask you to just try to act more like Apollo, but...
Yeah. Sorry. I got to get on that.
Like, Tasis, you're kind of inferior, don't you? Can you change yourself for me?
Yeah, we need the different Tasises from different parts of the world. Australian tasteless and British tasteless and
Singaporean tasteless.
South African tasteless.
South African
and,
tasteless.
Canadian tasteless. New Zealand tasteless. The Kiwi tasteless, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I got to say, so far in this game, Innovation has had several attacks. Rogue's held them off, but Innovation's doing enough damage with them. I'm very curious to see when the actual real pushes come in here, because right now these are just various attacks back to back to back to try to hinder Rogue's growth.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually there's going to be a push coming here, and I really want to see how Rogue tries to hold it, and if he can hold it.
Yeah.
And if so, how.
Well, he already has the Baneling Nest, so I think we're going to see Baneling speed instantaneously as this layer finishes. So that's like probably step one is like, let's make sure we just don't die, right? Because that's like one of the easiest ways for Zergs to die is when they do not have Baneling speed when an attack comes. Let's see if it does start. Yeah, there it is. So I think already he's kind of thinking like you. Like, how am I going to defend when the attack comes?
Yeah. He knows that this is an inevitability. Yeah. There's an end game here for Terran, which is to come out with enough.
Yeah, and this is a big decision in Zerg vs. Terran. Like, are you getting your E-base? Are you getting your secondary tech, whether that be Hydralisk Den or Spire? Are you getting Baneling speed? Like, what are you first spending gas on after your layer? And here with the Baneling speed, that's definitely something that is going to give him basically the ability to not die, but you need more than that, right? There's a lot of drones that have fallen. We just saw that count. Something like 22 drones. Yeah, how do you, like, sure, now we have the tech to hold the first push.
Yeah.
But how do you...
Great play. Gets one
get ahead, right?
Right. Well, the push is coming. It's coming! Is this going to be enough, though? We've got Rogue on 4 bases. Well, it's soon to be 4 bases that one's making. This is a smart time for Terran to attack because you don't have to hold your ground for that long. The hatchery's low enough on HP. If you just pop it, you can get back out, no problem.
Well, once you pop, the fun don't stop, as they say.
That's right. Famous StarCraft caster line.
Some Baneling's ready, others morphing
this
right
is
there.
Not the best place to morph them, but they're not being targeted, so they're actually all going to finish.
Yeah,
they get all their
out.
HP back when they finish. So
yeah, maybe that was the best place. They tanked some shots for the hatch.
Yeah, that was the whole plan.
Yeah,
get the eggs to have health and get them back out. Okay, the Banelings actually went a little bit of an odd angle. They went too far down to the right. And I think Innovation might be able to take the spot now. He's shelling this one spine crawler. It's going to get maybe 1 or 2 more hits off, but then it's going to go down.
Innovation is just playing amazingly today.
Oh my God.
Baneling's trying to roll in, but yeah, you're not going to get anything done there. I think Rogue is in some serious trouble now.
This is why it was so important we get GSL started up as soon as possible, is we had enough downtime. We don't know where people really are at for tournaments of this caliber, you know? And right now, Innovation, it seems like he's, you know, the noose is tightening around Rogue's neck right now. I mean, he's really in jeopardy. Again,
he's in final jeopardy right now, Tasteless. Because
or double jeopardy.
Yeah. He's in video jeopardy right now, Tasteless. It's crazy. There's too much here.
Yeah.
Well, the Lingbane keeping him somewhat alive at the moment.
That's it. GG. Innovation takes game 1.
That was really well done. Well, you know, the initial Marine push did a good job, and then, of course, that Hellion drop.
Yeah.
That was a filthy Hellion drop.
It was a nasty Hellion drop. Just nasty.
It was wicked good.
Yeah.
So Innovation takes game number 1. Are you surprised?
No.
Okay, good, because you told everyone that you wouldn't be surprised if you ended up winning?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Here we are, a man of my word.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure because I'm not checking your pulse right now.
That's right. Could be that sociopath caster. Yeah. Lying. No, I mean, Innovation looks so good, especially when we saw the games against Scarlett. It's like, oh, wow. Scarlett's not even in bad shape. Innovation just looks really strong.
Yeah. All right, Nightshade going to be set to. Let's see if Innovation can close it out or Rogue fights back.
Simulacrum, or however you say it. Apparently that means mirror image. Thanks, guys with access to Google for words. You're really smart and awesome.
It's called a dictionary, Tasteless.
All right. Can Rogue even this out, or does Innovation move on? The winner of this match, remember, moves on to the next round. The loser goes to our final match.
전투 준비 완료.
Okay,
Oh my
all right.
God.
Are we gonna do player intros then? I don't know.
Well,
it's so funny how common proxies are now.
It's a good move. Thing is, like, if it does not get scouted at this level, the Terran will always be ahead, right?
Sure.
Always.
You know, Overlords, Zerg can scout it, but there's a lot of spots to hide barracks.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Absolutely.
Now, where is this Overlord going? Can we follow the waypoints? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to get spotted, but a little bit late.
Yeah, that's true. Every second counts here.
Yeah. Not going to be able to send drones to harass this at all, to try to stop SCVs.
So, here comes Rogue's Overlord now. And he's going to see immediately. So, everything that we understand about the game right now would tell us that Rogue should do a better job of holding this than the first game, right?
He shook his head the second he saw it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I was watching down on the
like, Jesus,
screen.
this kid.
And he shook his head with that kind of like sideways shake.
Like, you son of a gun.
Yeah. It was the I'm not happy with this head move for sure.
Here we go. SCV's pushing up. A bunker will be thrown down. Drones are going to be pulled to try to drive this away. Here comes the first bunker. Remember, with the RNG here, the SCV pops out on the wrong side like it did just there. Much harder to ever finish that bunker.
Yeah.
Really good control here by Rogue. Pops the bunker. SCV's damaged. I can't imagine this bunker's going to finish. 8 lings on the way, 10 lings on the way, with 2 queens inbound as well.
But more Marines are being made. It's not that far off. Of course, that
Also,
bunker not ready yet.
retreating around this angle is a lot easier for the Terran. It's harder for the lings to ever loop all the way around.
Yeah. All right,
you have to
here we
like
go.
horseshoe your lings all the way through there.
Yeah, Rogue has got to hit before this finishes, so great timing on that, just before it ends up finishing.
He's going to try to push the one SCV through. It looks like the bunker's going to finish. Can he repair it?
Oh my God. Well, that actually
Almost.
may have been...
Hold on.
No, I guess that turned out really good.
Yeah. Even just a few extra seconds that the SCV got him. Okay, now another queen's coming down here. But at this point in time, the Terran is deep inside the base here. You're not going to get out, so he has to do as much damage as possible. Rogue is doing everything in his power to keep the Terran up against the ropes here.
Oh my God, it's so much damage, Taso. 7 drones going down. 7 drones and 10 lings.
Impressive.
God.
CC
you can
started.
see Rogue just like put his head way to the side.
Yeah. So salty.
Well, that's twice in a row.
Yeah. Really annoying when you lose to the same rush 2 times in a row, where it's like, really? Am I able to learn and adapt here? What is going on?
Am I able to learn and adapt? You know, that's a question I ask myself every day, Tasteless. The answer is a strong no.
Yeah, that's a very, very sad no.
All right, gets home with a couple Marines before Rogue can counter.
Starport coming here.
Do you think it's a medevac again, or are we going to go up to BC? Is it just straight to Banshee?
I think it's actually going to be medevac again. I think that...
Really?
Yeah.
But you were telling me you got to bring every different build. Everything's got to be different.
Yeah, but I think okay, it's not going to be the same build. I actually just feel like Innovation's play right now is so straight up, he could just do the same thing, and it's just mechanically better.
Huh.
I mean, if you look at Innovation's like overall strategy in most of his games is to just be mechanically superior.
Well, I don't think he's actually mechanically superior to Rogue. I think when you kill 7 drones with a double proxy barracks, that can give the illusion of being mechanically better. I think they're pretty similar in that. But
I thought he was just going to try to push out again.
I mean,
we eventually will have that, but it's going to be a different take this time around. We will have that BC come out. I'm guessing it's going to be 3 again.
Yeah, probably. And I mean, I think you were right the first time. Like, just keep altering your strats. And, you know, this looks very much like Game 1. So right now, Rogue has to be thinking in the back of his mind, okay, is there a Hellion drop coming?
Comes the Baneling's Nest now. Zerg's trying to play catch-up here to get enough workers out to get enough of the map covered here. And yeah, when the BCs come out, as we've seen before, you're always getting damage off with these things. They just have so much HP, and it's really easy for them to just attack while you're moving around and hitting everything.
Yeah, they do so much damage as well. All right, doesn't quite get that second tumor, but gets one of them. Hellions just kind of roaming right now. And I'm not sure if it's going to be 3 BCs this time because we see Stim on the way, right? So this is not mech, but instead of bio follow-up.
Very cool. So many different branches in these build orders. Innovation's going to have to know each of them perfectly if he's going to win here. Now the Hellions are going to come up here, and again, I don't think he's going to overcommit with this because it would be, I think, pretty foolish to try to dive all the way in there any further. But he can try to clean up some creep if, you know, Rogue isn't completely on top of his defenses. He's going to be in trouble. He comes in here on this nice angle. He could get some drones. Some lanes are going to try to do a little bit of a surround here, and he actually brings the BC over here to combo this together.
Yeah, that's really nice. That makes it very hard to deal with these Hellions. That's what the Queens were meant for.
Yeah. And this means a lot more drones can be killed. Really good tactical play here by Innovation. He knows the Queens have to be hitting that BC, which means there's so much more time for these Hellions to fight against these drones. Already 8 kills. It looks like we're going to get to 9 before this is done.
Yeah, that is just a lot of damage. Look at this, 16 drones, 32 things, which would have been another 16 drones.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you're going to make a few wins at least, but very, very good harassment from Innovation so far this game.
They, again, hitting this Overlord over here. Just more and more damage stacking up right now for Rogue. We're seeing basically everything Innovation do get him a few steps ahead here. But it's always leading up to that big question, how is the push going to go? Now, one thing about Innovation is his pushes today have looked insane. You know, he's just not mismicroing at all.
He's been very on top of them, very mechanically sound. Rogue right now is going for Aspire and a Roachhorn. Excited to see what he wants to do.
What do you think about this building placement over here we're looking at?
Yeah, it's very weird, isn't it?
He's plugging that hole, but this is a Terran player, so you can put tanks behind that.
Yeah, you could put tanks there, but I think he's thinking more heavily about Hellions, right? Like it blocks Hellions from running in.
Are Hellions even much of a thing anymore, though? I mean, he chased out most of them.
Sometimes there are. Some of these Terran players like to just continually make Hellions.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if this location is a spot. Because, you know, the 2 Evo chambers there, it's like, if you push that, I feel like that's very hard for Zerg to save.
Look, I think he thinks it's mech right now. He's getting melee and ranged attack upgrades.
I think you're right. I think Rogue might have misread the situation.
I kind of assumed that he would have run something up and figured it out, but yeah, it seems that way. This is not the unit comp that you actually want against this.
So he has the battle cruiser out here to try to draw attention away. And there's this big blind spot over here. It's actually kind of crazy. If you look at where the Zerg has vision, it's like Terran's going to move exactly in here, and Zerg's going to see this like at the last second.
Yeah,
okay, so
this is on top of his creep already.
And
Rogue is not ready for this.
Yeah, this is really bad. I think we might see Rogue get taken out here. The Ravagers are going to finish up. Yeah, that's it. Wow. Innovation.
Smash him.
Just bop him. Taking him to Bop Town.
Yeah. He just really destroyed this group.
I knew Innovation could get out of this group. I did not imagine he would just completely murder his way through this group. I mean, this is pretty crazy.
Especially against Rogue.
I know, right?
He just won IEM. Come on.
He just boxed Rogue into a corner and killed him with a push.
Yeah.
2 times in a row. In classic Terran fashion. He took down a god. He tamed a beast.
He took down a god. He tamed a beast.
He spayed a beast.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he's tamed him now. Now Rogue's jumping through hoops for Innovation. Damn. All right, Andy, go ahead.
Hello guys, we're going to have an interview with Innovation, the first winner of Group B. Congratulations, thank you. And you acquired 4 wins and advanced to the round of 16. How do you feel? Well, I knew that I would make it to the round of 16, but I didn't think I would do it so easily.
수병형이 잘 통해가지고.
I think the two barracks work out really well.
네, 오늘 저그전을 굉장히 공격적으로 풀어나가는 모습이었습니다.
And you played the TVZ matchup so offensively today.
투병형으로 전진
And just like you said, you utilized the two barrack strategy, two barrack strategy so well.
저그전 스타일이 이렇게 전진 시리즈인가요?
And your recent strategy, it seems like it's focused in the proxy strategy. Is that true?
하길래 저한테는 안 할 것 같아가지고 했는데 잘 통한 것 같아요.
Well, I mean, I feel like it worked out really well today.
판단이 적중했네요.
Well, your decision making was on point today.
게임을 하시면서 또 매년 새해가 되면 이신영 선수에게 게임 밸런스를 또 듣고 시작하는
And while playing your GSL, we always listen to your feedback on the current meta.
부탁드립니다.
And what do you think about the current meta?
저는 그냥 비슷한 것 같아요 지금.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, I feel like the three races are in equilibrium right now.
잘하는 사람이 이기는 것 같아요.
Well, I mean, the better person wins.
말씀하시는 거 보면 테란이 아주 할만하신가 봐요.
Well,
좀 어렵다고 생각하고.
Do you think Terran's good?
성주가 슈터 우승.
I mean, yeah, I think Terran's pretty good.
할 말이 없는 것 같아요.
And Maru won the recent super tournament, so yeah.
지켜봐야 할 것 같습니다. 자, 오늘 인재덕상 수상에 이어서
Well, you were the recipient of the Nasty Award today, and you acquired 4 wins to make it to the round of 16. I'm sure the fans are rejoiced by this. Would you like to say anything to your fans?
요새 좀 그렇다 할 성적을 못 내고 있고.
Well, recently I haven't had a good performance, so I'm gonna try to make it to the finals this year. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
네, 이렇게.
Thank you, Andy. That strat is pretty good.
You look different.
Do I? What happened?
Did you let Maynard shame you into fixing your
tie? I got tie
tie
shamed, but it's always sideways. What was it on this side or is it on that side?
Well, that's the fun thing about Tasteless. We never really know which side it's going to be on.
Because when I'm casting, I'm going like...
We do know it will never be centered.
Boy, these gamers are good, Artosis. Okay, your turn. Now you talk. Like that. And then it gets messed up.
Yeah.
What about that?
Be proud of who you are, Tasteless. Don't let internet bullies push you around.
They're very mean. We're going to go to a short break. We come back. The elimination match in today's GSL Code S.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
짜릿하니 마칠성 사이다. 정답이 마칠성 사이다. 70년의 사이다. 칠성 사이다. 우리 입맛엔 칠성 사이다가 좋아요.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
당신 뭐 핫식스 더킹 아세요?
핫식스 뭐요?
핫식스 더킹.
이거 정말로 맛있는데
제가 오늘 핫식스 더킹 먹을게면 당신은 저한테 빨릴 거예요. 아세요?
이런 악마의 음료 이걸 빠시다니.
그리고 핫식스 더킹 그 빨간 제품 있거든요. 열대 과일 맛이 나요. 열대 과일 맛.
자신 있으세요?
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터. 울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
마법의 음료 하식스를 마시게 되면은 엔돌핀이 확 돌면서 머리에 수분이 공급되고 그리고 뇌가 바로바로 한 모금만 마셔도 뭔가 알 거야. 100ml 더 늘어나고 마시게 되면 진짜 마법의 음료. 신제품 빨강색.
반칙아닙니까? 그것은 전설의 음료 하식스.
올 때 하식스 많이 마시자. 진짜 괜찮지?
맛있다 이거.
파랑색, 빨강색 맛 여러분들 많이들 진짜 마셔주시고 진짜로 거짓말 안 치고 맛있습니다.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
너무 많이 마셨다.
청정제주 숙취비법과 탄산의 만남. 숙취엔 가스강.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
라운드 오브 24 로그 이병렬 키위안 김정훈 스칼렛 사샤 호스틴 이노베이션 이신영 아프리카 TV 브레이크업 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌1 코드S 쇼다운
Ooh. It's time to eliminate one of these two players. But I think Scarlett, I think everybody can agree with this. Scarlett's supposed to win this one, right?
Easily.
Easy.
Yeah, no, listen, Kiwian is a good player. He did make it into the GSL.
Kiwian, formerly known as Top, by the way. Old school.
That's right. He has a fabled history. He's been to the finals of GSL. Like, that's super sick. But, like, he's more of a streamer now. He doesn't play as seriously as he used to.
Here's the thing. He's got bad knees now. He's got bad knees.
He's a veteran.
Yeah.
But Scarlett maintains a much higher MMR in the ladder. She's much more active as a pro player and for much longer. So, I mean, Kiwian is the biggest underdog, basically. You know, 0.39% to advance out of the group.
Yeah. Not very high. This is, again, a best of 3. The loser is eliminated. The winner goes off to face off against the former world champion Rogue.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for whoever moves on. Our game has now loaded up. Let's do this. Game 1, Scarlett versus Top.
전투 준비 완료. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다. LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가 이번 전투를 지원한다고.
Wow. Looks like we're gonna have the rare game without SCVs in the middle of the map.
스칼렛, 사샤 호스틴.
There is a giant S in the mini-map. This is an S-shaped map. S for Scarlett.
키위안, 김정훈.
S for tasteless, which
the
has
last
3
S.
S's in it.
That's right.
That's like...
It's the first S.
You're almost a snake.
Yeah.
Kind of S's in your name.
I know. Tasteless. Yeah. Don't say my name with a lisp. Some creepy music.
Yeah, it is. I'm scared.
I'm getting nervous. Is your heart rate up? My heart rate's getting a little bit up.
No. I'm all right. Actually,
I'm scared.
There was.
I'm going to cast this underneath a blanket.
Have you ever played a game that was scary?
You mean have I been like
scared
really
while playing a game?
Yeah,
or
for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Nerd. Dork loser.
Well, Tasers, I want you to know I would not be scared. I'm like, oh man, this guy's really dunked. He's dunking on me. I beat a while back Alien Isolation. That is a scary game.
Is it?
The Tasers beat the alien in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I think there's some games that are out that are so scary that like most people can't play them. I can't remember where I heard this, but like some companies that make these scary games, it might be the only genre where they lose money because people stream it. Because so many people would prefer to just watch somebody else play through it and experience it than to have the person It's one of the only, and I don't know if this is true, but this is what somebody told me. And it actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Is like,
oh, that's interesting.
You know, a lot of, like, you know, if you have a lot of these new multiplayer games, when people stream it, it actually is just advertising for people to go play it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But survival horror games especially, I think, actually suffer from that.
That's interesting.
But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
You should play a scary game, Artosis.
I play a scary game every day.
It's called Terran vs. Protoss. Tasteless.
StarCraft's a scary game, dude. People have ladder anxiety, you know?
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
It's called trying to get my 3rd CC up. Tasteless.
You better believe it.
Tasteless. Oh, tasteless. Oh, tasteless.
You don't even know.
I'm not surprised because coming from a Protoss player. I can do Artosis all day, guys. Now, in this game, can we have a close match here? I think that's what we got to think of for, I'm still not used to his name.
Kiwian.
Kiwian, yeah.
It's like Hawaiian.
I realized when I got to the studio, I've only read this idea. I haven't been saying it out loud. Now, so, yeah, like Hawaiian, thank you. We want to see if he can have a decent match here. If he wins, that's crazy. But if he has a decent match, maybe next season, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to ever return to the type of form he was in. It doesn't seem likely. You know, if you go from GSL finalist in 2011 and to, you know, finally making it back in, which is great. But it's hard to imagine, right? We don't well, there's still some players left over from that era, for sure. But to go away for that long and come back, can you think of any StarCraft and maybe even just esports comebacks where a player was like professional and then went non-professional and came back to the same level like way later, like not just like a year?
I actually can't, but I think
I'm
that
trying to think of one,
but you know, it's possible that that happened in CS:GO. Actually, there's a lot of really old pros in CS:GO where they were like,
yeah, like those Polish dudes are like as old as us.
Yeah, or even older. I think.
I don't think they ever stopped though. Is the thing.
Well,
what I'm interested in here is players who have
I feel like
and
no, actually, I think that you might be incorrect. There were definitely a lot of people that played 1.6 and then didn't switch over to Source, and there weren't many 1.6 tournaments. I think, and then switched into CS:GO.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody let us know on Twitter.
There's
I
like
don't think so. I mean, even for StarCraft
I guess
1,
like with military duty now, we're getting some for StarCraft 1. And StarCraft 2, we haven't had anyone come out of military and return to a super high level yet.
We've had people come back, like when we had Busan and ASL, but it wasn't like he came back and was like. I'm sure he was better than he was before, but it wasn't like he had results that were as good as before.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, just throwing that out there because, oh my god, Top is just losing all of his Hellions. Well, you know what? His Banshee's getting a lot of damage done, though. But he did lose a lot of Hellions. Hey, that's...
Okay, we have 11 drone kills.
Not bad. I would sacrifice those Hellions for that. It was part of the plan.
I would love to have a ZVZ of Scarlett versus Rogue.
It's likely. We'll see, though. So far, so good.
Okay, Stim close to finishing. Terran is going to be setting up for a push down the road here. There's just nothing here to defend this.
Oh, there's those Marines now. All right, Banshee's going to go ahead and go home.
Need to repair that.
And you can notice, by the way, Scarlett getting that Baneling nest reasonably quickly here. I think that likely she'll go into Baneling speed much quicker this game than we saw against Innovation. Some roaches being made.
Yeah, 2 for now.
What are those?
We're going to see more and more.
About?
Is she going to try to just push out
she might.
and then just hit this third base? I mean, you can do that sometimes. You know, when you see players that are investing a lot into diving on workers, they are oftentimes trading army units like the Hellions there for killing workers, but that doesn't mean the Zerg's army got any smaller in that period in time.
Yes, that's very true.
And so you can end up with attacks that come out and just smash a base.
She's making a lot of units, man.
Yeah, no, she's going to go for a very early mid-game timing attack here.
Yeah, maybe waiting for that 1-1 to finish
we
up.
need another medevac here with this army. Otherwise, he's going to get surrounded, and he's going to lose. Whatever can't get in that medevac. Yeah. You basically can't roam with an army unless you have enough medevacs to pick everything else up. Otherwise, you're going to lose units.
You know, she is on 68 workers, so massing up this army. not the worst thing. Not all in or anything like that. I feel like she should be attacking pretty soon here, though. All right, 1-1 going to be finishing up.
Okay, the push is coming down now.
She's just waiting for that.
And this push is actually, I think we're going to have a fight almost right before 1-1 finishes. No.
Okay,
Top
he just scanned?
Yeah.
The scan, though, did not see how big that army is. I think if you scan that actually army, you just go home. This is, yeah. I don't think that he would have any real chance of defeating that.
Okay, Scarlett is itching for a fight here.
Yeah.
And that is...
Bailey Speed about to finish.
Yeah. And I mean, there's not going to be much left that Scarlett would need to wait for here. I mean, at least for now, when Baling Speed is done, it's like, okay, we can take any fight we want now. She also has a 4th base. I thought she was going to push up to the top, but it seems like when she saw that top was skirting around, you know, the right side of the map, looking for a push, she decided she would prefer to meet that.
Yeah. Well, if you kill that army, that's going to be very, very good for you. Just a really good creep spread. Not a lot happening. She's playing very defensively right now. There's not even like a small Ling run by, no poking going on. 2-2, about halfway done for Scarlett. Just starts now for Hawaiian.
Okay, here we go. At the top, Hawaiian going to come across the map, try to take out as much of this creep as possible. And hold up, hold up! Okay, dodges the bios, but that was some serious domination on the ground there. Scarlett just knocking any attack here from top.
Yeah,
takes out the Banshee
as well.
Now, Scarlett's going to be maxing out soon. I have to imagine she's going to go for a fight. I mean, you can't sit on Roach Ravager Ling for too long. You need to eventually attack into something.
Yeah, it feels like as 2-2 finishes, that could be a great time to move.
Sure, I think you're totally right. And if she knocks Terran off of 3 bases, that's all she needs to do. Because she's going to be getting a 5th. I'm sorry, she already has a 5th, excuse me, at the bottom center. So, I mean, Terran needs to get a 4th, but might end up losing the 4th and the 3rd. Bailing's coming down. We're getting to the final steps before the big attack.
All right, Scarlett starting to move around with a big group of Lings towards that 12 o'clock position. Ultra on the way. Vipers on the way. Hawaiian not really getting too much done, like pushing back a little bit of the creep. He does have his 4th base up now too. But it's never actually felt like he was able to do any damage at any point this game so far, except for the initial couple Banshees.
Yeah, you see, basically Terran comes out and Jerk just shoves back even further. And we're getting to the point now where it's Zerg's turn. Ultralisk Cavern about to finish up, and I mean, I think Scarlett's going to have her sights on 12 o'clock and starting to attack in here. By the way, the creep spread is insane here.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. About halfway through the map now. I don't want to attack into that. She's winning battles elsewhere, though.
There's a pretty good tank spread, though, so these armies can get pelted over and over here before they can get through.
How are you trying to win this game as Hawaiian, though, you know?
I have no idea.
Because, like, I feel like he's playing so far back that Scarlett's just being careful. Because it seems like just, like, diving in is maybe the only thing that you could do wrong here, even though it feels like she might be able to actually bust him, you know? Sometimes that goes wrong. But as Hawaiian, it's like, okay, we're on 4 base, now what? The creep spread is almost to his 5th area.
Well, you know, in Terran's defense, the Zerg has not really done any incredible damage as far as infrastructure goes, and it seems like Terran is not far off from having 5 bases up here. I'm actually kind of surprised Scarlett's been this passive, but I guess it is a safe way to approach the game. I think Scarlett probably would measure herself as also ahead of Hawaiian in skill.
Yeah,
and so she's just saying, all right, let's just play a safe game and come out ahead. You know, slow and steady wins the race, basically.
Well, she's about to have Nidus, the Spire, 3-3, chitinous plating. Like, basically, she's getting absolutely everything. Taking more bases down to the bottom right.
By the way, with this kind of creep spread, Scarlett's going to have way more of the map that she can vacuum up resources from. Because, you know, look, all of the initial pushing from Terran didn't work, but Terran did defend everything when Zerg was trying to move out, so there's still an opportunity, but it's going to be up to Terran to weather the storm here, survive these attacks.
Okay, Knight is going up. Is Kiwian even going to notice? There's some units actually going around near this 5th base location.
Okay, I think
this
is one of the funny things about when you max out is you can't just wait. You can't just hope your production's going to deal with stuff because you're not able to produce anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we go. Big attack coming here. Great blinding clouds blanketing this area. None of the tanks able to fight here. Bailey's connected with all of their targets. Meanwhile, Ultralisk starting to carve out the inside of Terran's base.
Yeah, Scarlett smashing through absolutely everything.
She basically won both attacks here, and now things are just going to start to pick up even further. And this is because Scarlett was so patient in this game, she's able to set up a really good closer here. And I do think this is a closer. I don't think Terran can actually survive this. It's now 100 supply difference.
Yeah, this is not something you come back from.
She knew exactly how much to just have come out here at the natural. Just 2 ultras and some lings is enough to pretty much win any fight as production comes out. Meanwhile, oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh! It doesn't save the tank.
Kiwian not with a lot left over, trying to repair this planetary.
Another Knight is coming in here, this time next to the starport inside the main. Wow, 43 SCVs have been killed. The first Nidus is still there.
Well, Kiwian trying to clean this up. Scarlett has so much at this point that this is less than 0.39% to win this game. Look at how much she has. My god, look at the creep spread.
Okay, so this is the
she has multiple
Scarlett fatality inbound. I mean, I think literally no way that Zerg can lose this game at this point in time.
There's a lot of units up here. A lot of units against not too many.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. More lings are going to come out now, and this is all to keep some of the Terran. Okay, GG.
All right.
At this point in time, it's like no longer a fight. It's like Scarlett's chopping up a dead body. I'm like, do I have to keep play-by-playing this? Is this it? It's like, yeah.
Kiwian having a hard time there, but
Kiwian's dead now, and Scarlett's putting his head on a spike. Can we say GG now? What are we doing? Like,
some fantasy GG timing right there.
Yeah.
Some Marine King Prime.
That's right.
It was way quicker than Marine King Prime.
Yeah. No, Marine King.
Let no one
Marine King
ever
would have
forget.
sent all of his SCVs out and then have his buildings flying everywhere. And it's like, okay.
Well, there would be a Marauder in a medevac over in Scarlett's main, and she's like, what?
She's like microing it, just like, what is he doing?
He's jumping it up and down against spine shots.
Yeah. I just keep playing this game. Well, that game 1 doesn't foreshadow a very safe game in game 2 here for Terran. I mean, Scarlett just so strong, so untouchable. We'll go to Everdream for our next map, but I think the writing's on the wall. I think we're really starting to see where everybody is as far as skill goes, at least in TVZ. Scarlett should be able to close this out, but good luck. Good luck, Kiwian. Maybe he's got something. Yeah.
전투 준비 완료. Scarlett, Sasha Hostin.
What kind of pizza would you like? I'd like a
kiwian
pizza.
김정.
Kiwian pizza.
Kiwian pizza.
Nice.
The tasteless pineapple has no place on pizza.
It's one of the dumbest arguments.
I know, actually, when people are like,
get so
I can't believe they put
it.
pineapple on pizza. I'm like, what are you, 8 years old? You can like only eat one kind of pizza?
Yeah.
Actually, anybody who's an adult who just still only eats cheese pizza, it's like, okay, listen. I don't think that all the types of pizzas are good, but I actually think sometimes pineapple and ham is fine on pizza.
Sure.
I do think pepperoni pizza is still basically the best. They did basically win it. That's, you know, got the most.
I like cheese and mushroom pizza.
Cheese and mushroom pizza is perfectly fine as well. What kind of cheese?
Just regular cheese.
Sometimes our Tosis and I, we go get pizza together.
Yeah, we get
our
cheese
the
pizza.
4-cheese pizza, because back when you were a vegetarian, that was one of the only pizzas we could have. The 4-cheese pizza is good out here.
That's a really good one.
Brick oven.
Brick oven.
Brick oven's
That's
good
the place.
pizza out here. Now, I'll tell you one thing that I do have a problem with the great nation of South Korea is that they sometimes put corn on pizza. Corn.
Yeah, I'm fine with it now.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like not
It's
everything
under the
has
cheese,
to go on
people.
pizza.
Just so you know, it's under the cheese.
Yeah, it's under the cheese like it's like
little
it's like a whole
surprise.
position lurker of food. you're like, oh great, pizza, and then you bite into it, you're like, they put corn in this?
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing?
They also put honey mustard on pizza and potato wedges.
Yeah, that's
and
another one that we don't need to
mayonnaise,
have. Yeah, that's another one.
Prawns that still have their heads.
Yeah.
Buffalo wings sometimes. Yeah, there's a seed pizza now.
There's
just
a
full of
seed?
seeds. Yeah, there's also
Ew.
one that's full of black sugar and tapioca. Real pizza. Yeah.
Wow. What we need to do is just step it up and have a pizza that's covered in mini slider burgers.
You know what?
Yeah.
If you worked for one of the pizza chains out here and you told them that,
yeah,
I guarantee you would get a raise and a promotion. They put that on a pizza, and people would eat it. I guarantee you. We will see that in the next 5 years, Tasteless.
I know. Well, they owe me money when they do that.
Sliders on a pizza.
Yeah.
You are a brilliant man.
Thank you. What was that thing that Taco Bell did recently where they had like, you get a taco, but it's actually, the taco part is actually, the shell is actually like fried chicken or something really weird like that?
Oh yeah, lots of places do that.
Yeah.
There's something now where there's donuts are the buns on like a chicken piece.
What?
At like KFC or something. It's like donuts.
Where do they make that on the island of Dr. Moreau?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What are you, 12 Tasteless? Let people enjoy what they enjoy.
I did discover fried Oreos just recently, and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
I never had that.
Oh, it's good, man. Scarlett, by the way, the drone was... Yeah. There's more lings coming here.
This could be problematic.
Gets the Hellion. These SCVs are being pulled here. This is a lot of damage early on. The Roach Warren's inbound. Is there a follow-up attack that you think Scarlett wants to do here with this Roach Warren? Does she want to just immediately start making some roaches? Or is that just part of the tech for defense here?
Well, if they all get held, I mean, you need something to hold off the Hellions, I guess. It's a Banshee on the way, so if you do attack with roaches, it's probably not going to go as well as that Ling attack went. But the Ling attack was really good. You know, clear out some of the Hellions. Lost mining time, 4 SCVs dead.
Oh.
Quite a few
I mean,
roaches.
Already, Scarlett's done a ton of damage, and she's making more roaches than lings, and that should signal another attack here. You have the roaches move across the map, and the lings beat faster, eventually catch up with the rest of the roaches. And I think this makes sense. There's really not much here to defend. You know, Cloak Banshees is coming out to try to do counter harass here, which means it's also not defending, and there's not even drones at the third right now. I think Scarlett's doing a great job this game, really just being in control, and we're going to have continuous lings coming here as the roaches move across the map, one by one morphing into Ravagers. I mean, there's just not really much to defend here.
Well, let's see what the Hellions are going to do, right? And there's a Banshee out.
Yeah. Parked over the third base where there were no drones over there.
Yeah, that is.
Meanwhile, the roaches are going to come up here. And by the way, this CC is part of the wall, and it's probably going to get denied here.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like a very unfortunate location to have the command center here, really, because, you know, it's going to be picked off or canceled, whatever it is. And I don't even know that there's anything really to defend here for Terran. There's like a few Marines hanging out with an SCV below this.
The Banshee pops out. His second Banshee is coming home.
Yeah, that's the only thing that, you know, the Terran really has here, but first and foremost, SCVs are going to have to be used to try to help defend here, and there's more lings coming.
Well, the Banshees will technically hold this, I think.
I love the morphing of the Roach right when it gets low enough.
Yeah.
Just save that.
You got to target that stuff down. You can't let that go.
Yeah, you can't let another Ravager come out
so
here.
much wasted DPS.
I think we're going to see GG here.
Yeah, it's just been so much damage.
It's an insane amount of damage. It's actually only 13 SCVs, and that number's going to get lower here. Or maybe not.
Yeah, the command center did end up dying. 36 SCVs. Wow, a lot of damage done. Well, there's 3 Banshees. You may as well counterattack, right?
Yeah, see what you can do, but I mean, this is a pretty straightforward game here for Scarlett. She's going to fend this off. I think so.
Yeah.
Unlike 15 workers left to 51, yeah, I think so.
Probably. But mules, tasteless mules.
They have mules. X D D D D D D D D D D. Loltech X D D D D D D D D D. Ooh! Look at that. Well, that's actually a shockingly high number of kills on those workers here. 12. There's more links moving, but you know the thing is, it's just Banshees here. There's nothing defending really back at home, right? It's just some Marines and Hellions. But I guess if Scarlett's, you know, reinforcements are that staggered, yeah, she's going to regroup them now. But
well, trying to get rid of these queens. Good damage output. Gets a tumor.
Hawaiian's doing a decent job, actually.
Yeah.
You know, well, all things considered. Okay, one Banshee goes down. These other two are injured enough. And look, because the defense is so low here for Hawaiian, he had to put a lot of these workers on the ramp to take advantage of the bottleneck that the ramp naturally makes. But this means, again, more kills on these workers. A Spire coming in here.
Yeah, and the Spire, I think, is going to be something that is a good finishing blow. Like, how are you going to hold off Mutas at this point? Because Hawaiian is barely pulling it together against the Zerglings, right? So when the Mutas fly in, you thought he took a lot of damage from Rogue's Mutas. You haven't seen anything yet.
I'm ready, Artosis.
I know you think you've seen things. You haven't seen anything.
I know I say that a lot, but
yeah. It's one of the things I really hate about you, Tasteless. I've been meaning to tell you.
Yeah, this is actually an intervention, like right here for all these people. You're going to stop it, Tasteless. You're going to stop it.
You got to stop saying you've seen some things, Tasteless. It's a dumb catchphrase. You're this privileged dude that casts video games in Korea. You haven't seen anything, Tasteless. You've lived a cherished life.
I know you wanted it printed on the back of your blazer for the cast, Tasteless.
Well,
I will say I'm pretty impressed Hawaiian's actually done what he's done with just the Banshees that he has.
Yeah. They've done some work. Their work is almost done, though, because Mutas are going to be popping out.
Okay. You know, when the Mutas come out, basically the Banshee harass should be done. The Mutas will just catch them and kill them, and then it's going to be up to Terra to get some kind of attack that's actually something that can combat this. Another thing that we've never really gotten to this point yet because the CC was denied so many times, and there's no third CC in the main, right?
I think he did remake.
Oh, did he? Well, either way, he's going to have to get that over to the third. Excuse me, you're right. He's going to have to get that over there. And this is where Scarlett's going to be attacking that.
Well, there's a couple mines, some bio out there. Banshee's going around, and Overlord does spot that, though. Oh. Snapped a Muta neck.
The Mutas really have necks, Artosis.
They're almost 100% neck.
Yeah, that's true. They're really, really long necks.
Yeah. They're basically the opposite of you, Tasteless.
Actually, when you think about it, I think it's actually they have very tight necks. They have little shoulders. That's where their wings are. They actually have long torsos.
I think it's just a neck with shoulders coming out.
No, I think it's actually mostly torso, and then its mouth is where the groin would be.
Listen, don't you impose your views of Muta beauty upon us, Tasteless. These things are made out of necks.
And the way they stretch that out is they lay down flat on little yoga mats to get their little bodies all pulled apart there. Okay, Terran's so behind right now still. I think we're going to see Scarlett attack out here in a little bit, Artosis. I said that last game, though, and she actually stayed pretty far back.
This is the type of game where you're like, okay, what are the ways in which I can lose, and how do I make it 0% to lose?
Let's make this a very clean, safe victory here.
Yeah. Well, she just continues to lay creep, going up to 5 bases right now. Not that high up in drones, but keeping those upgrades going.
Yeah.
2-2 on the way, not quite as far along as the 1-1 of Hawaiian.
And with more Banelings being made, that usually telegraphs an attack that's going to be up and coming. Here we go, coming down here now, and again, no medevacs over this army, so everything dies off. And this should be a pretty good opening to actually hit the third. Meanwhile, there's a small attack, but again, only one medevac. This has been a theme with top today is that he just doesn't always have enough to pull out in time. And he's just not quite as fast as someone like Innovation, for example.
Well, that's something you can say about almost everyone in the world. Lion trying his best here. Took way too much damage early on, though.
And there we go. The harass is going to go down. And, I mean, now that everything's been cleaned up and Scarlett has, I want to say, like, 45% of the map covered in creep here, I think she's going to eventually come and pounce on this third base. And this is basically the 1-2 punch that should KO Hawaiian.
All right. This is going to have to be caught immediately.
He's going to have to go back to Kauai.
This game is anything but Kauai.
Yeah, well said. This game is also anything but epic. I mean, this is like, we're going to see Scarlett just come down here and eliminate him. I don't see any way. She's
got 45 Banes.
Yeah.
Against 21 Marines.
Yeah. So there's basically 2 Banes for each Marine here.
And still enough Banes left over to kill all the SCVs.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. The final attack, GG. Woo! That was definitely the best GSL game we've ever had.
You see Kiwian, he knows that he's a little bit outclassed.
He's got a good attitude about it, though. I like him.
Well, congrats to Kiwian for making it back into GSL after so many years. He is a streamer, and I know that people really like him. I don't personally watch him, but yeah, you can check him out. And I hope he tries out again next season. And that's it. Bye, Kiwian. Thanks for coming by.
See you later.
See you, Kiwian.
Well, this is actually going to be the best match now. The ZVZ. Can Scarlett do it, Artosis?
Yeah, it's possible.
I think it's
definitely
very possible.
Yeah,
I think her Zerg vs. Zerg is very good.
Mm-hmm. And I think that she has like a very wide range of Zerg vs. Zerg as well. Yeah. Don't forget that obviously being a WCS player, she gets influence from the Europeans, but she lives in Korea and practices here a lot, so she has that very Korean style and flair as well. So yeah. I feel like when you put those two together, I mean, she's a player that's very dangerous in the matchup.
Quick break, then we go to our final match. Don't go away.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
짜릿함이 마칠송 사이다. 정다운이 마칠송 사이다. 70년이 사이다. 칠성 사이다. 우리 입맛엔 칠성 사이다가 좋아요.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
당신 뭐 핫식스 더킹 아세요?
핫식스 뭐요?
핫식스 더킹.
이거 정말로 맛있는데
제가 오늘 핫식스 더킹 먹었기면 당신은 저한테 빨릴 거예요. 아세요?
이런 악마의 음료. 이걸 빠시다니.
그리고 핫식스 더킹 그 빨간 제품 있거든요. 열대 과일 맛이 나요. 열대 과일 맛.
자신 있으세요?
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터. 울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
마법의 음료 하식스를 마시게 되면은 엔돌핀이 확 돌면서 머리에 수분이 공급되고 그리고 뇌가 바로바로 한 모금만 마셔도 뭔가 알 거야. 100ml 더 늘어나고 마시게 되면 진짜 마법의 음료. 신제품 빨강색.
반칙 아닙니까? 그것은 전설의 음료 하식스.
올 때 하식스 많이 마시자. 진짜 괜찮지?
맛있다 이거.
파랑색, 빨강색 맛 여러분들 많이들 진짜 마셔주시고 진짜로 거짓말 안 치고 맛있습니다.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
너무 많이 마셨다.
청정제주 숙취비법과 탄산의 만남. 숙취엔 가스강.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
코로나 사태가 좀 심각해지고 있고
밖에 나가기가 좀 힘든 상황인데
안 나갑니다. 안 나가요.
It's going well for me. It's been going like the same as 5 years. I've been isolated for 5 years, so it's okay for me.
부득이하게 이제 나가게 되면
손 잘 씻고 컴퓨터 많이 하실 수도 있으시니까 스트레칭이 굉장히 중요하거든요.
I'm really sad about this and I hope we can meet as soon as best in many events.
저도 팬분들 앞에서 이렇게 경기를 하고 싶었는데
코로나가 이제 종식되면은 그때 이제 많이 직관 와주셨으면 좋겠네요.
He's done it now 4 times in a row. He is your GSL Codex champion. He has done it. Rogue is your 20. 뜨거운 박수로 결승전 대결을 시작했습니다.
라운드 오브 24 로벨, 이병렬, 키위안, 김정훈, 스칼렛, 사샤 호스틴, 이노베이션, 이신영. 아프리카 TV 브레이크업 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 1 코드 S 쇼다운.
We're here now in the final match. A ZVZ for a nice change. Scarlett versus Rogue. I'm super excited for this. I'm super rooting for Scarlett to advance.
Yeah.
Get some more non-Koreans moving forward here. But it's against Rogue. Rogue, former world champion, former champion of every major tournament.
Yeah.
And I think this is a tough one for Scarlett, for sure.
Yeah,
Now,
of course it's tough. It's tough for anybody.
We were talking to No Regrets.
Yeah.
No Regret. Before the match started. And he says that Scarlett has a plan. They've devised some crazy cheese. It's some dirty cheese. Artos has said to No Regret that he is basically the equivalent of that talking pile of trash in Fraggle Rock. That's how dirty this is.
Yes. Well, we'll see if
she does it.
using the game, and then we'll try our best to explain.
Yes.
But there could be some very cool stuff coming here, I think.
Now, Scarlett, I think, is more capable of winning a ZVZ than against Rogue than a lot of other players.
Oh, that's for
sure. She has a
sure.
very good understanding of this matchup.
She can push everyone in the world to their limit in ZVZ.
Yeah, she's very strong.
She really is strong. Like, she was one of the only players that really brought Cyril to the edge even during his reign of domination, which I guess isn't even over yet.
Yeah.
But, yeah, very, very strong. Now, Rogue, I guess, is not ready quite yet. He's probably scared Tasteless.
He's looking up build orders on Team Liquid right now.
No, Regret brought him out back and beat him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scarlett's going to go through on disqualification. All right, here we go.
It's in game 2. No Regret runs up there with a pipe and just hits the hand. It's the first Tanya Harding moment in esports.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right. Simulacrum.
Mirror image map. How fitting for our mirror matchup. Scarlett versus Rogue. The final best of 3 today. One of these two players moves on to the round of 16 in Season 1 of the 2020 GSL Code S. I'm super stoked for this. Let's see if Scarlett does the cheese. And also, what is Rogue going to do? He can do any kind of ZVZ you can imagine. We're ready. Let's go.
전투 준비 완료. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다 LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가 이번 전투를 지원한다고.
Here it is.
Here it is.
The No Regret special.
Okay.
So this is a 14-13-12.
Scarlett, Sasha Hostin.
So basically, No Regret was talking to us about this. He was talking with Scarlett, and they devised this plan that you go 14 gas, 13 pool, 12 hatchery to make it look like a regular hatchery first play. And you pull up lanes, and then guess what you do? You go.
Yeah. Cancel the queen too, right, when they scout it? Yeah, so the idea is that even when they scout it, you have a queen make it, then you stop that, and then it's just lings. This is...
That is a special level of dirt. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
The last time that No Regret got Scarlett to do a bunch of cheesy builds, she won like a gold medal in the Olympics.
That's right.
It's crazy.
I mean, basically, No Regret should just be illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's illegal in 49 states,
That's
my
right.
friend.
That's right. He's just... I love these scumbag strats. And if anybody's going to execute it well, it's going to be Scarlett.
I'm excited.
And there is some division here between, the Gen Air players and then the players that are training in No Regrets Team House. So I'm very curious to see if he can actually identify this and stop it.
Dude, I just saw, okay, so there's a pool on the edge of Rogue's creep, and then Rogue also scouted the other edge of his creep with a drone. So I think he saw No Regret talking to Scarlett, and he's like, oh, there's shenanigans about. But not that type of shenanigans. Because he, why would you put your pool there? It's not like you're going to unburrow it and bring it down your ramp to defend. You know?
Can you imagine the pool can unburrow it? It's got little feet and it's spilling all the green water everywhere.
Yeah. All right, so here's the pooling of the lings. Couple drones down here. Queen coming down.
And the idea is this comes out so fast, and there's already
This
been
is
too
going
many
to be
drones
so
made.
many lings. Watch this. Okay, here we go. And Rogue is going to see it right now.
Ling speed.
And look at this. He's about to start a third hatch. He has no idea what's going on.
He pulls the drone.
Oh,
completely
my God.
caught off guard.
Bathing
immediately,
nest, as if.
I don't know that Rogue can stop this. We see defenses being thrown down, but is it too late? This is so many Lings coming out so quickly, and he does get the run by, getting the surround over here. Scarlett, she is able to take out this first queen and the second queen, and I don't think Rogue's gonna be able to survive this attack.
No way, no how. It looks like Scarlett is just gonna run him over, taking out even the bathing nest. Oh my God, just about
There's
nothing
just
left
nothing
here for Rogue.
here. This isn't even like a matter of control anymore. I mean, this is just an overwhelming amount of Lings. So sick.
Oh my God, and the strategy has worked.
GG.
Wow.
Scarlett.
Now that.
Scarlett.
The smile on her face. I love it. Oh my God, I'm getting chills right now. This just, I can't, oh.
So sick.
This is going to be the greatest in-depth episode ever.
Yes. Rogue is not happy, by the way.
Rogue thought he had done it all until he met the most depraved mind of the North American scene.
Rogue is the world champion, but Scarlett's the moon champion.
Whoa.
The other planet champion. No, that was sick. Totally caught Rogue off guard.
That was awesome. That was so
Ever
awesome.
dream. So there's room for Scarlett to do some kind of cheese again. There's also the chance Scarlett wants to go into a macro game again. It's not like Scarlett had to do that to win. She is very strong in ZVZ.
Yeah, that is true, but that was such a tricky build.
Yeah.
Rogue was completely caught off guard. Like, he actually was looking for a very cheesy thing, like possibly a sunken on this edge of his creep.
Yeah.
Wasn't the case. Got caught off guard in a completely different way that looked normal.
We're going to game 2. It's loaded up. Scarlett with a 1-0 lead versus Rogue in this best of 3. A fight to get to the round of 16 of the GSL.
That's a quick pool, my friend.
Scarlett, Sasha hosting.
I love it.
Is it going to be? She won't do the same thing, though, right?
No.
It'll be something
so
different
this
here.
one, Nora also talked with her about. This is going to be a drone pull. Wow. So we're just like, I mean, this could be diamond through best player in the world.
I didn't realize I was wrong all along. I thought cheese came from milk. Sorry, I'm totally. It comes from no regret. Wow. That's crazy. All right, let's do it.
All right, 6 Lings on the way. Let's see how this goes. It's a hatch first play.
Will our Kerrigan advance?
All right, how many drones are we bringing? All of them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
She's
Looks like 7 drones. No, 8.
She's leaving 2 or 3 drones. I can't quite tell by the minimap.
Now, the moment that this goes under the Overlords, that's when. Okay, hold on. I want to see Rogue's face. Rogue's like,
This normally gets held. I don't see this win a whole lot, but I guess now we get to see, don't we? That is a lot of Lings. Okay,
Scarlett is laughing to herself as she does this, by the way. Well, you're watching the game. I'm watching the big screen with their faces on the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. 3.
Oh my God.
Spines.
3
this is
spines,
literally
man.
around the spawning pool. So if the spawning pool dies, you just can't get Lings.
Oh my God.
I actually think this is going to work.
Oh. Is Scarlett going to eliminate the Katowice champion in the first round of GSL?
The spines are halfway done.
Oh
there's nothing out yet.
This is crazy. That is 3
She's
spines.
just buying her time. She's going to just. Well, again.
Okay, he might just try to take this low ground.
Again, if the pool goes down, there's literally just no way to make defense here. She's going to shuffle one of the spines down onto the low ground so that she can also hit the hatchery. Keep in mind, whenever the spine is not fighting, it is going to just be hitting the spawning pool. Pretty good blocking here. Again, though, if
Rogue does have his own on the way. There are more Lings coming in for Scarlett as well.
But I think that there's now just drones remaining here. One spine does go down, but of course these drones are... Oh, hold on. The
If Scarlett can take down this spine, I don't think she quite can.
But again, the spawning pool is going to go down. And from there, it's like you just keep making Lings, you're going to overwhelm them, right?
I think so.
No. Oh, how funny.
Oh my god, it hits the patch!
That's so sick.
Unintended benefit.
Okay, where's the next pool? Oh, I love this. She just throws a spine over there. I think she can get 2 or 3 patches from that distance, right?
I'm not sure.
No,
I think maybe two, but not three.
Yeah.
Not 3.
Like she could hit the hatch from there.
Okay, only that one.
Okay, the spawning pool has started again here for Rogue, but there's more Lings coming out here.
Yeah.
And the spawning pool is... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here we go.
Yeah, the 2 spines coming down as well. The Lings going around. That queen got to be picked off.
One spine crawler blocked.
Oh, my God. The spine
think Rogue
is
might
getting
hold.
a lot of work
I think Rogue
done.
might actually hold.
Is it possible?
I don't... Well, there's no queen to... This is such a weird game.
This is the weirdest.
Oh, my God. She's going to get it.
She is going to get it.
That's it. Guys, Rogue's dead.
Rogue is dead, and that is going to be that. Oh my God! Rogue eliminated 2-0 with the cheesiest plays you could ever see. Scarlett advances to the round of 16.
Wow.
Oh, that is so
awesome.
I have the sickest chills right now.
What a story.
The dirtiest plays. The filthiest, tasteless.
Crazy.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Wow. Now those are some strats there. The trick was the 3 spines. These idiots make 1 spine of that. Rogue is out. This guy just won IEM Katowice.
By the way, everything about that rush was perfect. Actually surrounding the pool, where it's like, actually, this is your most important building, and if you're going to try to play catch-up in mine, you're going to lose the pool. I mean, it's the greatest checkmating move ever. And Rogue is so pissed, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he
could have possibly won this season. Look at, I have rarely seen a pro gamer more disappointed than Rogue is right now.
Yeah.
And I happen to have seen a lot of pro gamers in my time.
Jin Air, I mean, they're not doing
more
well.
like Jin
SOS
Underground right now.
Yeah.
All right, interview time.
스칼렛 선수 바로 만나보겠습니다. 자, 먼저 2018 시즌 1 이후 6시즌 만에 16강인데요. 소감부터 들어보겠습니다.
All right, first of all, Scarlett, congratulations on the win. And it's your GSL round of 16 in 6 seasons. How do you feel?
I feel really good. Actually, last time I only ever made the round of 16 once before, and I ended up winning against Rogue in the final match in that season 2-0 as well. So this feels very similar to back then.
저번에 이제 일단 라운드 16강에 가서 되게 기쁘고요. 그리고 저번에도 이제 16강에 간 적이 한 번 있는데 그때도 이병렬 선수를 꺾은 적이 있어가지고 좀 데자뷰 같은 느낌이라는 겁니다.
네, 그러면 이병렬 선수를 이겨서 더 기쁠 것 같은데요. 최종전 전략 하나로 이병렬 선수라는 큰 산을 넘었습니다. 이렇게 이병렬을 대비해서 준비되어 있었던 전략인지 궁금한데요.
In the final match, you defeated Rogue, and then your strategy, was that prepared just for Rogue or just in general?
The strategy in the first game, it was a build that actually No Regret, my roommate, recommended to me, and we tried it out, and the timings worked out very well. So that was prepared just for this match, and on the second game, I think this build is just very, very strong on this map, so that's why I chose that build.
첫 판 전략 같은 경우는 이제 룸메이트인 제이크가 노리그렛이 이제 알려준 전략이고 두 번째 판 같은 경우는 지금 이 맵에서 굉장히 강한 빌드라고 합니다.
네, 정말 전략의 대성공이었습니다. 반면 이신영을 상대했던 테란전에서는 상대의 거센 공격을 막아낼 수가 없었습니다. 테란전은 어땠는지 리뷰 들어보고 싶은데요.
However, in the match against Innovation, you couldn't defend against his aggressive plays. And how was the match against Innovation in general?
I prepared a strategy for the first map, which was very similar to what I used against him, I think 3 years ago in GSL. But I don't think my execution was very good at all, so I ended up losing that. And then game 2, my defense against the proxy barrack was not perfect. I should not have made a spine color. I should have made a second queen instead, and I would have been in a much better position.
이제 첫 판 같은 경우는 이제 이신영 선수를 3년 전에 상대했을 때 그때 이제 전략을 썼는데 실행을 잘 못했던 것 같거든요. 그 두 번째 판 같은 경우는 그냥 전진 병영을 잘 막지 못해가지고 진 것 같습니다.
네, 자 모처럼 16강에 올라가게 됐습니다. 스칼렛 선수는 코드S에서 오늘 이번이 벌써 9번째 코드S일 정도로 꾸준히 성적을 내고 있는 외국 선수인데요. 올해 목표는 어떻게 세우고 있는지 궁금합니다.
It's your round of 16 in many moons, and you have already made it to the GSL 9 times. And what are your objectives for this year? Your goals?
For like this whole year?
Yeah,
Or
this
just
whole
in
year.
GSL?
Just general, the whole year.
Well, unfortunately, due to the Corona situation, I feel like many of the foreign tournaments are going to be very delayed or online. So because of that, being here in Korea, unfortunately, I'm able to participate in GSL. So I really want to do well in GSL because I feel like there's not going to be too many tournaments. So I'm going to try my best here.
지금 이제 코로나 바이러스 사태 때문에 이제 해외 토너먼트 같은 경우는 취소되거나 연기되고 있어가지고 저는 이제 한국에 있어서 매우 행운이라고 생각하고 저에게는 이제 GS를 이기는 것이 가장 큰 목표이기 때문에 좀 열심히 하겠습니다.
네, 자 그럼 스칼렛 선수 마지막 한마디 들어보겠습니다.
Then Scarlett, anything you want to say before you go?
Thank you. I actually have a new team, Brave Star Gaming. I don't have my jersey yet, so I wasn't able to show that off as well today, but I'm very happy that in my first tournament representing them, I won my match. So
Brave Star Gaming?
Yes, Brave Star Gaming.
제 이제 새로운 팀인 브레이브 스타 게이밍에게 이제 감사를 드리고 싶고요. 이제 물론 아직 유니폼이 준비가 안 돼가지고 못 입었지만 이제 앞으로도 열심히 하겠습니다.
네, 다시 한번 스칼렛 선수 축하드리겠습니다.
Once again,
축하드립니다.
congratulations. Thank you.
자, 지금까지 오늘의 두 번째 16강 진출자 스칼렛 선수를 만나봤는데요. 계속해서 B조 최종 정리 확인해 보시죠.
Check. Okay, we're back. Hello. Hello.
Yes. Hey, it was all 2-0s today.
Artosis, let's go out and get tattoos.
I know. Dude, that first build was super cool.
All right. You're gonna get the Ling Rush from Game 1 tattooed on your back, and I'm gonna get the Drone Rush from Game 2 tattooed on my back. Okay?
That's perfect.
So that way, when we walk around the beach with our shirts off, showing off our muscles, people can see from behind and remember the games where Scarlett beat Rogue 2-0.
And when Rogue's trying to go to the same beach, he's got his umbrella and he's all happy. He's gonna see that and feel sad and then go home.
Yeah. When he sees us doing push-ups in the sand and working out really hard.
Playing volleyball.
Yeah, and just moving medicine balls around shirtless.
Yeah.
With our perfectly waxed chests.
Yeah.
You know? He'll be like, oh, man.
Dude.
When he's watching you and me shirtless win our volleyball game against a bunch of supermodels.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
Of course.
That's too bad.
We are basically the guys from Top Gun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that group happened. We had Scarlett, of course, advance there alongside Innovation. Group C coming up this Saturday at an earlier time, 1 p.m. KST. And that's going to be Zest, DRG, Impact, and Cure. That is an amazing group. I cannot wait.
Very cool to have DRG back. I really want to see how he's going to perform here.
Yeah, he's been getting better.
Zest, of course.
I hope he can keep up, but those three are heavy hitters.
Yeah, no kidding. Hello. I'm so happy Scarlett won.
Well, that
so
certainly
cool.
spices up the tournament a little bit, doesn't it? I can't believe SOS and Rogue are both out. That is like Jin Air normally has like, I don't know, 6 spots in the round of 8.
Yeah,
now
usually
2 of their main players are out.
Yeah.
In the first round.
Jin Air is like the Avengers of StarCraft, and everybody else is sort of an extra character in that story. I never watched the Avengers. I have no idea, but you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Am I one of you guys or what?
You totally are.
Yeah.
You totally are. Oh, my God.
Really?
I would just make Tasteless disappear, and that would be it. Like, wait a minute. You went through all that to get rid of Tasteless?
To get rid of half of the bad casting in the world?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Crazy games from Scarlett. I mean, it goes to show you sometimes it is a lot more about prepping the right build and then just having the good execution than I mean, we don't even know what Rogue ZVZ would look like right now if it was a long macro game. Maybe Scarlett wins there, but damn, pulling out these builds that just, if you don't know it's coming and you're not completely ready for it, you are dead.
Yeah, very good planning there. I can't wait to see what she does in the next round.
Yeah.
Very cool, very fun. I just had such a time. I love it when No Regret tells us what she's going to do and then she does it and it works. It's like, wow.
And then you can watch it because No Regret's sitting off camera over here, and he's like, yes! Like, he's so happy.
Yeah. Ah, what a wonderful time
I'm
to be
still
alive.
laughing at the fact that you said that No Regret is basically that pile of talking trash in Fraggle Rock.
That's definitely him. Did you see that build? Oh, my God. Summed him up perfectly, man.
So funny.
Damn. I love that talking pile of trash,
I know.
Tasteless.
That talking pile of trash has something you should listen to, for sure.
Yeah.
So we have 2 days off. We're going to be back for GSL Code S on Saturday, 1 p.m., like we normally are. I know in weeks before when we were doing Super Tournament, we were starting in the evening, but we're back to the normal schedule for Saturday cast where it's at 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
That's right.
And then the following day on Sunday, ASL.
Third, fourth place match.
That's right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We love you. We'll see you in 2 days. For now, stay safe. Keep washing your hands. And, yeah, bye-bye.